This is a whole big ass. I feel undersized for this podcast. Like, I know we didn't have to weigh in for this, but I feel like I'm the wrong weight class to be recording with you guys.
Well, CJ's the biggest one out of all of us, I think.
You gotta get way closer. You gotta be like this close to the mic.
Intimately close.
You look like you're a OnlyFans manager.
I am. I'm actually CJ's OnlyFans manager.
Oh, is this a coming out party?
It is.
I am the artist. I don't know.
The artist formerly known as CJ. You can't use your own name.
Yeah.
Well,
Signed your rights away.
I mean, my content, you know, it's pretty
Your
private.
content?
Yeah, it's pretty private.
That's crazy.
You gotta talk to James over here about it.
All right. Well, I mean, maybe I can get a dizzy on it. You know?
So speaking of hats, because I'm going to address the elephant in the room, we're all wearing wild hats. I've came to the conclusion over the last few days, if you wear a visor on a regular basis, we're probably not friends.
A visor?
A visor.
The one with no top?
The one with no top.
Yeah, that's a crazy.
Like, I just feel like,
If you're not a coach of something,
yeah.
wearing a visor, it's kind of like, what? Keep an eye on that guy.
Yeah, like people.
What are you doing?
The people always say don't trust the guy in the bow tie. There's a lot of guys in bow ties that are cool, but like visors, dude, they're just the guys like you see raging on YouTube and like traffic.
Yeah.
Or the guys that like kind of like are mean to their wives behind the closed doors.
Dude.
Like they're just such like I've never met a guy with a visor that we agree on stuff.
I mean, the concept of a visor in general, I want the top of my head to get really hot, but I don't want the sun on my forehead.
I think it started because people started the notion that when you wear hats, you bald. So then somebody came out.
So Big Hat came out and was like, "Yo, we gotta solve
we gotta
this
fix
problem.
this. We gotta fix
People are
this.
talking in the streets; they're not gonna wear hats no more."
Everybody on the board directors of Big Hat was like,
Yeah, but you know what's even more cringy is when you see a guy wearing a visor and he's got like a thinning hairline and there's just like a little bit of hair.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, like
Save
some
what's
of the
left.
greatest college football coaches ever, visor guys.
Oh yeah,
you know, like
Lane Kiffin.
yeah. Not that my guy Nick Saban is not a visor guy, but for sure he's losing hair.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
trying to hold on to everything he's got. But dude, if the richest people in the world don't have a chance at hair, like just start to look at new looks.
Yeah, but what's even more crazy is like nowadays it's like it's an easy fix. Everybody goes to Turkey. Like a million UFC fighters like have went to Turkey.
And why can't we get that here? Like what is the whole like why do we got to go away to go get that?
It's a great question.
To Turkey.
Yeah.
It's a great question because if you think about it, like out of the whole world, when it comes to the whole hair transplant thing, like Turkey's the only like country that I know that's known for doing it.
Yeah, and they'll like put you up like it's a whole hotel week thing. Like
yeah.
what? They treat you like
royalty.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing.
Just
like,
for hair?
Yeah.
Just for hair.
Nothing else?
Nothing else.
I'm sure they do other things, but I mean that's what they're
Yeah,
predominantly
like
known for.
that's the thing we're talking about for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I think Chris Williamson and Chris Bumstead both did videos on doing that.
Yeah.
Like, you get
gosh.
like the red carpet rolled out and everything.
Just for hair.
Yeah. Here's a question: since y'all are on the opposite side of the aisle than I am on this, like I can't grow a beard. Okay, y'all grow beards.
I'm jealous
probably
of you.
without trying.
I'm jealous of you.
What do you mean?
I can't get
There's
the
nothing
mustache.
I got you should be jealous of, brother.
I'm jealous of the mustache. I can't do it. Listen.
What do you mean you can't do it? I can see.
Well, it can grow, but it's like blonde. So I've got like a dark reddish beard,
Okay.
but a blonde mustache. Yeah. You know how hard that is on a daily basis?
Yeah, we'll start living a little bit harder of a life and it'll get darker. You know, like maybe start doing this when you're walking around. Let it get darker. You might be up looking at the sun too much.
Maybe wear a
I mean,
visor.
I saw how you parked. For sure you stare at the sun.
Maybe wear a visor.
Yeah.
You pulled up like a ex-husband dropping their kids off mad about paying child support. You just pulled up halfway to the yard, threw open the
Not
back
even
door.
halfway. I'd say 10% of one tire was in our yard. The rest was in the road.
Truck still running, open up the back door.
I was thinking you're probably just going to leave your flashers on and walk inside. Like, people are going to think you hit somebody.
Oh, I mean,
Literally, we were staring out the window like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
And let's add the fact that you were not parked on. You were parked that way versus oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like
You're in
you
the
were on
wrong
the other
lane. You're not even like
where they
courtesy
could
of.
go around you. You're like
Yeah,
head
there was
on
a
with
truck that
everyone.
came by and they went around.
Yeah.
They knew what was up.
Yeah. That,
I don't think we're in fear of them hitting you. The
They-
behavior was. You look like there was a TV for sale inside.
I was on the phone and I told them get off the phone with me, and I didn't pay any attention.
You're like,
But-
I'm also done with this truck too at the same time.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it's 2019 Ford Ranger XLT,
All right, brag. Weird
and
flex.
nothing too special, but at the same time, I want something. I don't want anything bigger. I don't want to create this macho stereotype.
Okay.
you don't
I
want
don't want a
everybody to
big
think
truck.
that
Why don't
you
you get
got
a
a big
Prius?
truck to compensate.
No, not a Prius.
A Pinto.
What's a Pinto?
Dude, it's a car that looks similar to a Prius long before Priuses ever came. Like
I
Prius
don't
is
want any
electric,
vehicle
but this is a
starts
gas
with a
car.
P.
All right.
I'm not pushing a P.
No, well, you could
We
be.
ain't pushing P. I want, and they don't make it anymore like it, but I want a nice refurbished 2008 Chevy HHR. You talk about a car that just don't break down.
And now an HHR.
They were so good they quit making them.
Honestly, they were the cooler version of a PT Cruiser. If we're being real, it's like a van, but car level height.
I could see
Weird.
CJ driving just like, and this isn't even a knock. This is legit.
Here we go.
An El Camino.
Yeah, that is definitely not a knock.
That is not a knock. El
Yeah,
Caminos are sick.
leopard print seats.
Yeah. Little dice.
Yeah.
My favorite car ever, though, if I could ever own it,
Short bus.
Gran Torino.
Okay.
Short bus.
I'm sorry. I didn't know where you were going. I was trying to intercept. My bad. Go
Gran
ahead.
Torino.
Okay.
Gran Torino.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. That movie alone, like, put a vibe on that car. Have you seen the movie?
It put a vibe on a lot of Asian folk too.
Well,
A
a lot of vibes going around.
Put a bad stereotype on them.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I saw that movie, but I am a fan of Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, it's like
So,
his
big
like
fan.
last chapter of acting, but he
I don't think he was acting.
yeah, well, yeah, a lot of the roles maybe not.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, that's method acting.
Yeah.
He played the part for many years just to know what it was like. Do you guys want to get into a little bit of jujitsu? Last
Yeah.
night's event was pretty sick.
Yeah, it was really sick. I saw some really good performances that I didn't think would be as good.
Yeah.
A lot of the teens did that $500 bracket.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with that.
Yeah,
Very
'cause
impressed.
I feel like a lot of people thought. I think Elijah was highly
Yep.
like ranked, even though nobody was ranked. I don't think.
No.
But it was like seeded wise.
Oh, yeah.
And I think a lot of people had money on Trip. Like,
A lot of people thought Tripp was going to come into it almost in the final with Elijah.
Yeah.
That's who I would have favored as well. Some people were thinking Will as well. He was another Remedy blue belt in that. I think people were favoring those guys because they didn't know anything else about
Yeah.
the Atlas or the other guys from
Bayside.
Bayside.
I think
and
there was a championship guy in there.
Yeah, there was a championship guy in there. But I kind of, in the end, I kind of fully expected Elijah to be in that final.
Yeah.
I mean, he was. I don't know if you've ever really rolled with him before.
I
but-
rolled with him when he was considerably a baby.
well,
like,
that
for a
that
long
dude
time.
he's made his style his own.
Yeah, and to see him, like, to roll with him for years, to see his style and, like, his confidence while rolling develop, like, it's crazy to see where he's going. And, like, he's, gotta say this so much, and I hate that I have to say this so much, but, like, I have Colin on all the time, and I'm like, dude, you grew into your body. Like, Elijah, little dude, but he's growing into, like, you can see muscle develop that you're like, Jesus Christ, I just saw you 3 months ago. You didn't look like this.
Oh yeah.
It looks like he's like literally growing in front of your eyes like
I
a
wish
tree.
he wore better spats though.
Well, I think
What's
I
the
think
deal
one
with-
of the best things that
You don't like the long pants?
Those are pants, man. Put on actual spats.
Yeah.
I think one of the best things for Elijah that's been, contributing to his success is really Tony has in a good way, throwing him to the wolves.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, he's getting a lot of reps and roles with much older people. So when he goes out there with another kid his age, he's like, easy day at the office.
Same thing with Bella. Like, Bella went against Carly. Carly is an adult that can drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, so, like, Bella's up there in the adult class as well. And I remember rolling with her when she was, like, kind of just starting in jiu-jitsu, and then rolling with her, like, whenever I was last there. And I was like, Jesus, like, the pressure she's gained through all of this, she knows how to move her body and stuff. It's like...
She's got a really good, she's got that really good high school wrestling background, too. And that helps so much when you're on stage. And
the base, all of it.
Also, part of the teen bracket, I think, is, like, a lot of them people in the bracket came in feeling like they were the underdogs, and I feel like they played that way. Like, I don't care.
Right.
I'm going to implement my game. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to be first. I felt like a lot of that in a lot of matches last night. And
well, they did the opposite of CJI then.
Dude, it is crazy. Like,
there was so many guys on there that, like, they knew they were the underdog, and they're like, okay, all I have to do, because it's elimination, is just survive for 5 minutes.
It's crazy too. Like, we're all probably within like 30 pounds of each other, something like that, right? But then you get like Dorian Oliveras versus Felipe Pena, and I think it was like 120 pound difference or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like he acted like he was Felipe.
Yeah.
He threw him around like he was, like he owed him money and he'd be bullying him his whole life. But it's like, if we were all to compete, we're not going to be, you don't like, there's something about when you're so much out of the realm of like considered possibility that you rise to the occasion, or you see somebody that does and you're like, okay, but like, it's weird that you don't really see that a lot in this closer weight classes. Cause it doesn't, I feel like something inside of you, like the heart of you, it doesn't come off as impressive. So it's like, what if I dominate somebody my size? So it doesn't come off as much as like Dorian doing that to Penna. I feel like that should be a rematch, just because it's like, dude, you just got kind of bodied by a low guy. That's wild.
Oh yeah. I remember just about any time I've ever done like an absolute bracket or like competed in a kind of plus 170 bracket, cash brackets, up in Mobile for Battle of the Bay, or those different, or even kind of quintet for that matter. Like, little guys give me problems. I'd rather have somebody who's heavier than me.
Yeah.
I hate going against little guys. And it's not that they'll throw me around, but if they're good enough, it's not about them throwing me around. It's about them working around me.
Yeah.
And going around instead of, doing the opposite. And that's the beauty of jiu-jitsu. And I hate it sometimes. It's stupid.
You're like a shark and they're like a little feeder fish and they're just like floating around. You're like, dude, motherfucker. It's crazy, dude. Like, Elijah's one of them kids. Like, he's long and lanky, and if he gets around you, you're like, where you at? Or like Derek, my coach, like, he is smaller than Elijah probably by like 30 pounds. He's like, I think Derek routinely weighs himself and he's floating anywhere from like 112 to like 116. Like, what a small person, but roll with him.
Right.
You'll be embarrassed.
I thought
the only time I've ever been choked out, ever, like I woke up, was from him doing a triangle on me. And I swear to God, I was like, this is not close. And then I woke up. I had 2 full dreams in that, like, spell or whatever. And he said, I asked him what happened like 10 times. He's like, dude, you've been awake for like 5 minutes. You keep asking me what happened. Like, I'm good. Other people can tell you. I'm going to keep rolling. And I was like, there's no way this is close. And it did not feel close. And then all of a sudden I woke up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Speaking of being choked out, I almost got choked out about two weeks ago in North Carolina.
Is that little pit thing
The
you
pit,
did?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That thing, that shouldn't have been called a pit. That should have been called like a hole. Because that thing was so...
It was
crazy. It was a shoebox.
It was like 6 by 6.
By 4 feet.
Oh, it was 4 by...
It was 4 feet by 4 feet on the small flat part.
Yeah.
And then angled pit. Right? So you got the ramps and so if you ever go back and watch it, there's like 4 kind of gray rectangles. They
Yeah.
they were kind of like a 65 degree. The black ones diagonally, those were 90. So when you were going around it, I don't know how the math works on that, but when you were going around it, going up the gray ones, you were kind of like, oh, like, okay, I have some grip here.
Yeah.
The black ones, you were like, just slide
Yeah.
right down. The first match me and Kayla were in that tournament, you know, we won in overtime, but I can't remember. It was the guy we actually figured out was kind of like their weakest link, and that was kind of the game plan. You know, get the weakest link, pull him to the corner, make the tag, 5-second delay. You can stay in those 5 seconds while your teammate comes in and they can just jump on the back, so on and so forth. But they did that to me, essentially. I had one of their guys' back. I was in their corner. I was about getting ready to cinch it, and then he makes the tag, and I'm like, crap. So I sprint almost across with this dude on my back, and he's already applying it. Dive, make the tag to John, and as at like 1,000, 1,000, right as the ref hits 5 seconds and the dude finally lets go, I stumble out. I'm looking around, and one of the guys behind me goes, "You know where he's like, you okay?" And I said, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I had just a lapse of where am I right now?
That was in
this
your
close.
highlight, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was on Instagram.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw- I
yeah,
saw
one of the
that.
highlights.
I remember that too. I'm like, dude, he might be out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah.
I was just that close, and I actually have a photo of. I don't like wearing mouth guards.
I don't either.
I
Fun fact:
have
when
a
I compete all
problem
the time or roll, I chew gum.
I just have a breathing problem, but in the photo, it's me just like biting down on my teeth, like trying to fight this,
Yeah.
like not hand fight it. I'm fighting it with my neck and I'm seconds away from going out.
Yeah.
That was the closest I ever been. I've put people to sleep. It's horrified me sometimes
Yeah.
because of the,
Yeah.
but
Some people stay asleep for long periods of time, and you're like, I don't know what's going on there, because like typically you hold it and you let go, and then it's a few seconds and then they're right back. I've done this with several people, but most people come right back, and it's hit or miss if they're going to be like fucked up. When I got choked out, I was fucked up for like an entire day. Like my equilibrium, I couldn't like it took me like an hour and a half from the moment it happened. I didn't roll anymore. It took me like an hour and a half to be able to stand up without wanting to throw up. I didn't throw up at all, but I was like motion sickness. I could barely drive. It was like, it ruined my whole day. And I have no idea why some people can just like get up and they're fine,
Yeah.
and why I was so messed up.
Speaking of that, Chilson, he got
Dude, twice.
twice and by the same thing in what was it,
Still
like 3
undefeated.
minutes?
Yeah, and people are
Less than 3
speculating
minutes?
like one of them was like him acting, and I'm like, well, the first one for sure wasn't
No.
acting. You saw his head hit.
Yeah.
Like whenever he like rolled off and like John didn't quite catch his head, he like bounced a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the second one, he's just on top of him, and Chael's just like, surely you didn't go out twice.
Yeah. I don't
But
know.
yeah, I mean, that's what, like, people sleep on Craig because he's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, Chael slept on him, so like,
Yeah. No pun intended.
yeah, no pun intended. But like, you sleep on people because of some part of their characteristics, but like, yeah, people don't realize like Craig is legit top 10 in the world.
oh,
For sure.
easily.
I mean, gets second every time he does anything. Good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would say Craig is like top 10, borderline. Oh, used to be top 5.
I mean, imagine if he were to like be full throttle like Gordon, like every day. I mean, I know he used to when he was like with Gordon and them, he would do that.
Who do you
But
think's
imagine
made more
if,
money?
huh?
Who do you think's made more money?
In their lifetime,
Yeah, like just who do you think's made more money in jiu-jitsu?
I would say Gordon.
Really?
I think Gordon, and it's probably by a lofty amount, but I think it's because
Instructionals?
Craig doesn't care about the money.
Oh.
It may look like there's a lot of money in his life, but I
Yeah.
guarantee you, like, he doesn't He didn't have to have a lot of money.
Right.
No.
He's around
yeah.
a lot of money. So people are going to want him around, and they're going to be like, yo, I'll pay your way or whatever. I'm sure he has more money than we do, but
Right.
like Gordon, I bet you is like 10 millionaire or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe Craig's like 1-2, but I don't think he cares. He just wants to do what he's doing in his life for.
Gordon seems like the guy, or Craig seems like the guy that, like, he might get paid a little for something, like an appearance or whatever, but it's more about like, hey, what can you do for me?
Yeah.
And then Gordon's like, what can you do for me? Plus, I want to check for, 5 commas, or 5 zeros, and then the
5
comma.
commas thing was nice.
Yeah, 5 commas.
I'll take 5 commas.
Yeah.
5 commas. Yeah.
Well,
I'll take a comma, honestly.
Well, I got a question for both of you then.
Okay.
So, if you could train jiu-jitsu and have like a private, like just them teach you something, alive, who would it be? Or maybe it's not even a private. Maybe it's not a skillful thing, but maybe it's just like that would be one role that would like, or just to train with the guy would be super cool to do. Who would it be? I think my answer is going to surprise you.
Hodger Gracie.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, honestly, just because I'm a big fan, Craig would probably be the guy, but it's because I want to roll and have somebody do silly shit to me when I'm taking it really serious. Like, not that I'm trying to like highlight anybody, but I'm like, I'm going to be giving him my best stuff, and then he's just going to be like, yeah, right, dude.
Yeah.
But technique-wise, if I'm going to be able to learn something from it, the Mendez brothers are like crazy underrated for what they're able. Look at Cole Abate.
Yeah.
Like they're like Pato went through there. There's so many people that have come through there that are like unbelievably sound in gi and no gi. It doesn't matter what they do.
Right.
And I mean, even the Rotolos, whenever they were super young, they trained under them. It's like what they've been able to push. They're like silent legends. Like people know them if you're in jiu-jitsu, especially if you're in gi. Like, brother, what they've done is crazy.
Yeah.
Who you got?
So I have 2 answers.
Shane Gillis.
No.
Shane Gillis would be fun to roll with.
Right.
Yeah.
Alive.
Teach me everything you know, dude.
Alive would probably be Tom Hardy.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Okay. Because
what is he now? A purple or blue?
He's a purple. He's a purple belt. But how cool would it be to say that you've got to train with Bane?
Yeah.
Right?
So now, if money wasn't an issue, you got to roll with me in Bane outfit.
Yeah.
Bane size, too. I'm going to let you get up, give you a few months, come in here, boots and everything. I don't give a shit.
I love how honest, like, Tom Hardy's been. Like, he was walking across a red carpet, and somebody's like, Tom, how's the jiu-jitsu going? And he's like, it's absolutely horrible. It sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good on you, man. Everybody kind of feels the same way.
Yeah.
It's just a long road. But I think somebody who's not alive anymore, just like if I got to just pick one person, truthfully, would probably be Helio Gracie. Just not even like, obviously he would teach you things.
Yeah.
And I started my jiu-jitsu journey as a Humada guy. But I think it would be there would be a lot of questions, philosophy behind jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Because I think even nowadays there's a huge difference between an instructor and a coach.
Yeah.
Just like there's a big difference between a competitor. You see a lot of people that are very, very good at competing, and they're not very good coaches.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, in order to be a very high-level competitor, I'm not talking about winning some local Naga, but I'm talking about like Pan Am World Champion, type thing.
Yeah.
You have to be selfish.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you're kind of selfish as, a teammate, a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever realm. You almost can't really work a 9 to 5. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's very challenging. Like, you make a lot of sacrifices. You're training multiple times a day. You're dealing with the injuries. You have to recover properly. Like, your time is taken up. And then nowadays I see it where, that was always like the guys that were really good at competing. They try to transition into coaching, and it's just like they teach, like, obviously they're a black belt, so they could teach maybe white belts and blue belts, like the blocks. But there's a lot of little things. Like, my original professor I met him, and he was a instructor. But then as I developed and grew in the path of jiu-jitsu, the journey, if you will, he became the coach. So this man's teaching me stuff on and off the mat. That's hard to do. Like teaching you literally how to be a better person.
Yeah.
And I think jiu-jitsu does that. There's a lot of guys that come in at white belt and they're angry and maybe dealing with depression or pissed off at the world or just dealing with a lot of things. And it's like you might not train with them or see them, and then like 3 years later they're like a purple belt, and they're just, I'm not saying going to church every Sunday, but they're just better people.
Yeah.
They're a better person in society. And that's just, I see that more than go the other way, where they get really skillful, where they could wreck the average person, and they're like, they become, bad people or douchebags or, arrogant or whatever. So that's pretty cool to see. But I see a lot of, now that I'm deeper into jiu-jitsu, I see really good instructors, but that's kind of where it ends.
Yeah.
They don't know how to deal with maybe one of their students going through a divorce. They don't know how to be that coach, that real mentor.
Yeah.
And that if you could have been a competitor to a coach a competitor to an instructor to a coach, if you can do all three of those things, that's next level.
Yeah.
Those are few far in between people.
It's also so different. Like there is no exact pathway. Like stand up is very similar to jiu-jitsu. Like there's not an exact, like how do you become like one of the top comics, or how do you become one of the top jiu-jitsu guys, or there's no formula. You just, if you develop a game and it works, it works.
Right.
Like there are people that are really good coaches that are more like your friend,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
than they are like really enforcing what you need to be doing to become that next level.
Right.
And then there's some coaches that are like way more focused on like discipline, and then they don't ask a lot about your like personal life or like,
Right.
so it's like there's no perfect formula. Like I don't know how much like John Danaher asks about like, how's your stomach?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
But yeah, like look at him. I mean, he obviously, there's not really a backlog in statistics of him being the winning tournaments and winning competitions and different things like that, or having super fights or anything. But anybody in the realm of jiu-jitsu, I can't remember who he was a striking coach for, but
GSP.
Was
I know he was in
was
the
GSP.
corner.
Yeah, he was GSP's striking coach.
Yeah.
So just his mind, the way that his mind works, I mean, he wasn't no striker or crazy jiu-jitsu competitor, but he's arguably, everybody will say, even Craig still to this day, when they broke up, he's one of the most, top minds in the world of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So
One of my favorite stories, it actually comes from one of GSP coaches. I guess he was like his grappling coach at the time, besides Danaher. And he told this story about how Danaher, in a training session, like he was actually rolling with somebody, broke a dude's arm.
Oh yeah.
Gets out, gets up, goes to his office,
Yeah.
and he starts watching like animal videos.
Yeah.
And they go in there and they're like, "You okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm fine. What's up?" And I'm like, that's, just that story. And then like, I don't know if anybody's actually ever read those lengthy posts that he used to do.
Yeah.
Or still kind of does. But
They're like recaps of like the weekend and what the athletes have
yeah,
done. Yeah.
like they're very articulate.
Very.
And it's almost like he's writing a book.
It's like he's out at sea and he's afraid if he doesn't write this down, nobody's going to get to that log when he gets back to land. And he's writing like it's a diary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out at sea, writing it, putting it in a bottle.
Yeah.
But everybody.
Dude,
everybody
imagine
should.
if he was like back in Christopher Columbus's day. What he might have been. John Danaher might be Christopher Columbus. Like he's like that type of mind of like, I'm not gonna. Well, Christopher Columbus I think was a little cocky or something like that. I've heard.
He. I'm actually a history buff.
Oh word. I mean, you are buff.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Christopher Columbus is actually a horrible person.
Yeah, no, I heard he's a piece of
He's
shit.
a horrible person.
But I'm saying, like, John could have maybe been like that in another era. Like, Genghis Khan might have not been the guy. It might have been John.
Genghis Khan was actually a better guy than Christopher Columbus.
Imagine what John would do, like, if we could do some Iron Man shit and give him, like, a real body.
Yeah. I
'Cause
think,
he got a
I think he would
mind.
be an extraordinary, like, philosopher.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know
Plato.
if he had the, because again, we're talking about he had the mind, but not like the body kind
Yeah.
of thing. So could he have went through sea? Could he have been like the warrior? Maybe not, but
Yeah.
I think he could have been a good philosopher
Yeah.
and basically kind of gave the ideas, but I don't know.
Here's an idea. We build a time machine.
Okay.
That's why we have CJ on the podcast.
You build a time
You
machine.
know, time machines exist right now already. I'm not...
We're not starting this time conversation.
Dude, I asked
last time.
100%. Did we get into something with time?
Last time we talked about Atlanta to Japan.
Oh, no. You talked about that. I listened. Brother, that was crazy. I just, like, let him go.
No, let's. All right, that is real time travel. But no, there's no time machine.
There absolutely is time travel. What you... Like, the machine changes, okay? If you go further away from Earth... The further away you go, it's called time dilation. Your time moves different relative to where you're at. Just like if you've watched Interstellar, they do a really great job of like translating this into like a physical action, like an animation you can actually see. But like that's why when they were on that planet, I think it was called Miller's Planet, you heard a tick in the thing. Every tick was a second and a half, was a day on Earth. Because they're so far away from Earth, that's how fast time is moving. But the closer you are to Earth, it moves the time it moves here. But like the further you are away, so like if you go to Mars and come back, I think it's like you've aged a day less than us here. But like if you go millions of light years away, you will have only aged like 10 years, but on Earth it'll be like 500 years later. So time travel exists. Like the faster you get to the speed of light, the faster you are traveling forward in time.
So instead of a time machine,
Okay.
we build a space shuttle.
Yes.
And every 100 years, we send Donna Hare out.
So at this point, he's ageless. Is he a
Every
vampire?
so every 100 years, Donna Hare comes back, right? So it'll be like what, 1 year?
Where'd he go?
Just Mars or whatever.
Okay.
It's like somewhere.
Yes.
Donna Hare planet Donna Hare. We'll send him to planet. We'll find a new planet.
I think you're doing like the Toy Story thing where you're like Pizza Planet. We're gonna send him to Pizza
We're
Planet.
gonna send him to Pizza Planet with Buzz Lightyear and the little space goblins.
Okay.
And every 100 years on Earth,
Yes.
but it'll be a year for him. He'll come back and then like spit more knowledge, and then he'll that's just for a year, and then he'll be gone.
Okay.
And then another 100 years, and then that'll just add more to the mysticism of John Donna Hare.
I feel like we weren't supposed to hear what you just said. I feel like that was a thought that you were thinking, and then you're like, I'm just say this out loud.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I kind of made it
Yes.
up on the spot too.
Yeah.
But it's also a good way
This would
to
be a sick movie, honestly.
Yeah. Well, did you see what they, this is real. They just made a movie and they call it, I want to say it's called like 100 Years Later. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
So this director, this is a real thing. You can look it up. This guy, he made a movie, and
100 years later.
no, here's what's crazy about the movie. He made it all. He made the movie and everything, and basically put it in a lockbox. And this is all like legally done and everything.
Yeah.
Nobody is allowed to see the movie till 100 years from now.
Oh, he just made the movie.
He just made the movie.
Oh,
So the
word.
movie cannot be released to the public till like 2126.
You know
or
what?
something.
But we have no idea what it's about.
No idea what it's
You know
about.
what's-
He
Suck.
could be killing puppies in this movie.
It could be anything. It could be anything.
Do you know something we don't know?
No. Wish I did.
Sounds like you were in
I
it.
don't, but I mean it's interesting. It's an interesting concept. Like but
Are you going to tell your children about this? Like, hey, yo, there's a movie, you got to go. Or your children's got to go see
yeah, I
this.
mean 100 years from now, I mean that's a long time. I mean I'm already 33. So
You got
I mean, I'd be 133 by the time the movie's released. So it'd be.
Do you think with everything that you know and what you have access to touch, you could make it to 133?
No.
What do you think is preventing that?
Big Pharma.
Big Pharma is like this James Madden guy
don't
can't
even
see
know that.
133.
Here's the truth. You know, the whole problem with Social Security and everything. Social Security was set up when the average man died at like 60. Now people are living way too long, and it's bankrupting the government.
Okay, you sound
And
like
that's-
Thanos.
We got to go to the nursing homes.
And I'm just being honest. Like that's the problem. It's like people live entirely way too long comparatively to how things were set up when they were set up.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's why like.
In a dream world, how long would people live in your reality?
I mean, like me, I want to live to like, I don't know. Probably.
I mean, would you ever just want to not live anymore? I don't
Oh,
understand that. Like, why would you ever
yeah.
want to not? If you could,
Well, let me ask you this.
yeah.
Let's say you get married, and you have this.
People have to love me first.
Right. Well, let's say you get married.
All right, don't make
and
me
you
cry.
you find the love of your life, and you
Yes.
live for 60 years, and every day you wake up with that purpose to be the great husband.
Yeah,
And then you become a great father and all these things, right? But that person is like the love of your life. Like it changed your life. It gave you your purpose for the last 60 years. And
Yeah.
then that person passes away.
Yeah.
Where does your purpose go?
Kids.
Okay, like honestly, mine.
Yeah.
I was really battling some jokes there,
Yeah.
but I mean, honestly, you're gonna look at your kids and try to like maybe better them and like further that, maybe further your career, and then just like let life happen.
No, I'm saying like, let's say it happens when you're like 90 years old.
You might be like thank God. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like you might be in love with this person, but like
Yeah.
I needed a
I
needed a vacation. 9
I
years
needed a
ago.
break.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you're married.
Right. Yeah.
You're with the love of your life.
Right.
How long have y'all been together?
February will be 7 years. February will be 4 years married.
Yeah, congrats to that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So 53 years from now, you'll be 86.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think like love is going to be on the brain like that for you, or is it going to be more so like I need to survive as long as I can survive?
I think
Like in what shape do you think you're going to be in kind of?
I think if I make it to 86, love's the only thing that had kept us going that long.
Word.
So by that point, you know, if I've had kids and that, you know, they're doing what they're doing as far as living their own lives, being a good, you know, and I've accomplished and I could leave this world, you know, where I've checked all my boxes as a man.
Yeah.
And kind of can accept that, like, hey, you know, I was a good husband, I was a good father, I was a good grandfather. You know, it's time to kind of pass the torch kind of thing, you know, and, you know, not that I'm the most religious person in the world, but at the end of the day, I feel like I believe there's a higher power, and I don't think we're meant to live forever.
Yeah.
I think, you know, even not to go down the whole political road, but even things sometimes when people die, it can create a large impact for the rest of the world. So I think people are kind of meant to pass away. So, I mean, think about how many athletes you know that like their story starts with, well, I lost a parent.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think I think it's inhuman for people to live forever.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't want to live forever. I mean, if now granted, we'd be having a totally different conversation if I could be 150 and like look and feel 20.
Yeah.
Now we'd be having a totally different conversation. But name one 90-year-old that like really looks like they're just enjoying life. Like you can't do half the things you want to do anyways. You can't hardly travel.
Yeah.
You can't go shoot hoops. You can't go kick it like, you know, at the casino and like you party, and you can't go for a swim really. I mean, at 90 you're kind of just waiting.
Yeah.
Really. I know it sounds horrible to say. I mean, the best thing that you could do is try to impact the next generation.
Yeah.
You know, and like when I meet somebody, especially they're coming fewer and fewer, but like I think it was like 10 years ago I had a conversation with a 100-year-old. And it was really wild to think like this person had seen Vietnam.
Yeah.
They saw the civil rights movement. They
World
saw
wars.
JFK. You know, they've seen all these things happen. You know, Michael Jackson died, Tupac died. Like they've seen, you know, the World
Didn't
Trade
Picasso
Centers.
die in that time frame too?
Yeah.
Like Picasso just died like
Yeah.
40 years ago or something.
Right. Yeah. Like it's wild, you know.
And if you talk to them, it seems like everything they have to say or the advice they have to give is so simplified and boiled down to like easy things that we just don't really do on a daily basis. Like, don't take for granted time.
Yeah.
Like we do.
Yeah.
We're like, God damn, I sent this message and it's going green. Like it's not immediately getting to somebody, or my
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is fucked up, or like I'm in traffic.
It also seemed like they just never had busy lives. They never made their schedule as busy as what we all try to
Well,
make it.
maybe they couldn't back then.
Yeah.
Like their schedule definitely is different, and like we have just so much that, I mean, you're doing that for a living.
Yeah.
It's like that was never a thing.
No.
They didn't even have fucking cameras back in the day. Like, you know, they didn't. Television, radio was barely a thing. Like,
I think there's, you know, several different outlooks on it, but the message is always the same. Like from Big Smalls, where he says more money, more problems, or less is more, or, you know, all the things. Really what it dials down to, the more you're going to have a happier life,
yeah,
the more simple you keep it.
yeah,
Like truly. Like if you're constantly worrying about things, too many things at once, you're going to drive yourself nuts.
Some people cannot prevent that. Like I find myself, I'll be dreaming about work, and it's not because I mean, yes, I love one of my jobs, but like that isn't why I'm dreaming about it. I'm dreaming about it because I'm like, shit, did I finish that one thing, or did I submit this paperwork, or did I do this? It's like
Yeah.
I'll be reliving the day I've already done in my dream, and I'll wake up and I'm like, maybe I'll do something different in the dream where I was late to something. And then I'll wake up and it was so vivid that I'm like, oh fuck. And I wake up in a worry. Like I'm already
Right.
anxiety driven because I like shit like that. I feel like some people are just like wired, or like, dude, sometimes I'll wake up literally at like 1:00 in the morning and I'm up.
Yeah.
Now, what do I do now? It's
Right.
like things like that. I do feel like you can fix other things in your life and get that part simplified. But like, look at like Dana White or, God, there was another really famous person. But it's like some of these people only need 5 hours of sleep and they're fine.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, the general thing is like 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but sometimes like your brain just can't shut off for that long. It just
Yeah.
got to get up, got to go. You know, you're thinking about these big deals, or like imagine living life on that scale.
I think it's something you could, just like anything else, you eventually like train your mind on. Like me, you know, even me, like I used to be kind of always, I guess, worrisome about so many different things, or worry about this or worry about that, worry about this. And then I've just realized like, you know, owning multiple businesses, or, you know, just doing different things from business related to, you know, athlete related stuff. And it's like, I've just accepted the fact that, yeah, life's chaotic. Life's going to throw you a lot of curveballs. Life's going to be hard. Life's sometimes not fair, is what it is. But the best thing you can do, and, you know, is, and like, imagine like, have you ever heard of when, like if a plane's going down and you're with your kid, the first thing you should do is give yourself oxygen before you give the kid oxygen? Have you
Yeah.
ever heard that?
I mean, I've
I've
heard
heard
them
that.
say that. I think that's kind of fucked.
Well,
Yeah, it
the
is.
truth in the reality is you're no good to that kid
Yeah.
if you're dead.
I get that, but I think we're all going to die.
Right.
The plane is going down.
Right. But
I think oxygen is just like we're having
fair.
fun now.
But
It's like,
but my point of that is like, if you are like not taking, like if you're focused on so many different things, you could kind of, one, drive yourself nuts, and you can't really hone in to what you need to at that point in time. So like what I've done is train myself, like no matter the problem, big or small, like when I wake up that day, I'm going to put my best foot forward, and I'm going to recognize whatever problem there is, and I'm going to handle that problem, and I won't move on to another problem until that problem's handled.
Yeah.
But I'm going to just do my best, because at the end of the day, you know, that's what you need to be able to do is say, okay, I did my best.
Yeah.
So then you're not, you know, judging yourself, because, you know, your mind for sure is like, I mean, sometimes with me, you know, when I'm not doing stuff kind of like what you said, where you're kind of driving yourself crazy, I'm glad I have purpose now, because when I didn't have stuff going on, when I wasn't training or training for a competition,
direction.
yeah, like my mind didn't go in the best places.
Yeah.
You know, unlike, you could take that however you want, but I didn't make good choices. I heard something the other day which was pretty cool, where somebody said, have you ever heard the coffee in the cup theory?
No.
You drink it?
No.
Oh.
So this guy said, you know, somebody bumped into me, coffee went all over me, coffee stained you, right?
Yeah.
But
Confucius say, but if not to be bummed,
right.
no coffee on shirt.
Right. But like, if you wouldn't be upset if somebody bumped into you and they had water in their cup and water just went on you, right?
Yeah.
But if it's because it was coffee, it was a way worse scenario.
Yeah.
So
Burn too.
yeah, right. So it could burn you, it could stain you, all these things. So what's inside of you is more important, and how you respond. That's kind of the theory behind it. So like, when I was in my 20s, if somebody bumped into me now, I would be like, oh, excuse me or excuse you, and then I'd just be on my way.
Yeah.
In my 20s, I was so angry at the world for a multitude of reasons, and I was just not a very happy person. If somebody bumped into me, like, shit was popping off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the truth. And I'm not proud of that, you know? But so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't control what's in you, everything around you, even if it's not like you started it or whatever, how you react,
Yeah.
you know? So that's why I'm a big believer in nowadays you really do have to focus and take care of yourself, and it doesn't get talked about enough.
I don't know about longevity. When I turn 80, I think I've reserved the right to do crack.
I argue to say you probably already have.
No.
Something's
Just-
fully screwed in up there, you know?
Well, no, like, listen. When I would like to be 100. But I agree with the sentiment that there's people that are living too long.
Yeah.
I mean, not to get political, but we've had a lot of old people presidents.
Yeah.
Not even like in recent years.
Yeah. There's something to that, though, because
Right
look,
now we have our oldest president in U.S. history.
Trump is the oldest ever.
I'm pretty sure. Either him or Joe Biden was.
Joe Biden's got to be like 300 years old.
Either one of them were, or maybe it'll be Trump will be the oldest by the time he ends his 4
How old
years.
is Trump anyway?
You're like 78.
I think he
Really?
is 80.
We've never had anyone older than that.
No.
I swear to God, we have like
Remember what I said earlier? Men used to die at 60.
yeah, but they looked
Start
100
that
in these
back up.
photos.
Yeah, but a lot of that was
I guess that's true. Yeah, I
The
guess
white
that will always
wigs
be
and-
continued to be pushed though.
yeah.
Like we're probably gonna have our oldest president ever like 100 years.
We
from
need
now.
to start
I-
adding limits to life.
What's
It,
really
it
crazy?
should be a window of time. You shouldn't be allowed to be older than like if you can't run like a 20-minute mile, you cannot be president. That is a crazy time. You can walk that.
I think
Dude, I can walk what is the fastest you think you could walk a mile?
walk a mile.
Yeah.
I don't know, 10 minutes.
No, you cannot.
There-
You
walk?
absolutely
12 minutes?
can't.
I don't
Nope,
know.
Not even close.
You don't even think like
Like
really.
maybe if you were
Try walking
speed
4
walking.
miles an
so
hour.
so in the
4
military,
miles an hour
in the
is
military,
crazy fast.
in the military, I ran 3 miles in like 18 and a half minutes.
I understand what running is different,
So,
but
I'm
walking you
thinking
can
just
only walk
walking.
so fast before it becomes your jogging.
Right. So
Maybe your legs, your longer legs might help you, but like
So
I'd
what's
give you
the average person walking
like
a mile?
20 minutes.
that I don't
20
know.
minutes?
I'd say 20 minutes just
That I
for
don't-
a normal
20-minute
average
mile.
person.
Listen, try to walk 4 miles an hour and do 1 hour. Try to walk 4 miles
So I'm trying to.
in 1 hour.
Now you guys got me thinking. So
It is tough.
Not speed
I
walking.
have a walking pad in my room, and I'll try to hit 4 miles in an hour, like watching like a documentary or something. You have to be pacing so fucking fast.
A walking pad.
It's like a treadmill without sticks on it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it has sticks too, but
Oh. Yeah, like a normal average person, I would say average 20 minutes.
20 minutes? That
Yeah,
seems
an average person,
entirely
that's not far off.
Yeah.
20 minutes?
20 minutes, that's
for
3
walking.
miles an hour, dude.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, that's insane.
Like
if you walk a dog, you're normally walking at like 2.5 to 3 miles an hour. That's a leisurely pace.
Now that I think about it, like I think me and my wife, when we walk the neighborhood, we'll walk for like 30 minutes. She does like timed, and I think she will say, "Oh, we walked 1.8 miles or 1. So yeah, probably is about 20 minutes."
You need to slowly bring up your speed. Don't tell her. Just
she walks
slowly
way
start to
faster than
cook
me.
her. Oh, okay.
She is I mean, even with my long ass legs, she walks fast everywhere.
Maybe you start training for this.
I know.
Not with her around.
You ever
and then
seen that
all of a sudden
episode of
outwalk
Malcolm
her.
in the Middle?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where they talk about you can't lift a heel up at the same time. You're probably too young for that.
I'm too young for that.
He doesn't know what we're talking about.
Malcolm in the Middle.
I remember
it's
the
Breaking
show.
Bad's prequel.
I remember the
Not
show.
really,
I just don't.
Did you see that they almost did the Malcolm in the Middle ending to Breaking Bad, where he just wakes up in the bed with his wife?
Yeah.
And it's the Malcolm in the Middle wife.
Yeah.
And he just goes, "It was a weird dream."
Oh yeah.
That would have been a perfect. Nobody's ever done a show where the entire thing was a dream.
Yeah.
That would have been a sick
Yeah.
ending. Because then you'd have been like, "What?"
So that would mean that Better Call Saul's fake too, right? It'd be a dream too.
I mean, they're all TV shows. None
Well,
of
I
it's
mean,
real.
yeah,
Yeah.
but-
Batman's really not Batman.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like Saul. Like Better Call Saul would also be part of that dream, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's
He was in
connected.
the, what do you call it? Like the world of Breaking Bad? Is that what
Yeah,
you call
I mean,
it?
I don't know how
Universe?
you would make that part of the ending, because then Better Call Saul happened at the same time but continued on. So it's like, I don't know. It would just be a very
be
short
somebody
season.
else's dream.
Maybe.
Might
But
be.
nobody dreams the same dream, right? I mean, I know Martin Luther King had a great dream and we all sharing that thought, but like he dreamed it differently than a lot of people probably dreamed. Like if I dream of like boobies, I'm sure you're seeing a different set.
C cups or D.
I don't like big boobs, dude. Big boobs freak me out.
Not to be sexist.
Freak
They
me out.
freak me out.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Natural or fake? When we're
Big
talking about-
boobs, period. One,
Period.
I don't like fake boobs. But all the power to whoever does whatever they do with their body. Two, I'm not a big boob guy like that. I don't know. It's too much. Not shaming big boobs. Big boobs are nice to look at.
I actually got stared down the other day at Publix.
By a set of big boobs.
But no,
I think you were staring at them.
No. I was driving. And there was
You just
there was-
parked at the entrance.
No,
and
there was
walked
a
in.
lady.
Yeah. He said, I was driving my truck.
I was driving
I was-
inside Publix. And,
I was going
people were
through my
looking at
park.
me.
I was going through the parking lot, and there's this chick, and she was wearing like this little crop top, and
I think you were looking at
They
this
were.
lady.
They were. I mean,
Hey, this is gonna live on the internet. Okay?
that's
So-
fine. That is fine. This is my story. I got stared down, not by this lady, but by another lady. This girl comes walking by, and I mean, they were just, it was like guy playing with a yo-yo, just swinging like grandfather clock. I
Skinny,
mean,
long boobies.
like skinny girl,
Okay.
but easily like two big old water balloons just smacking side to side.
All right.
And I'm like, golly. And usually I just look with my eyes, and I'm like, I did a full head turn. I looked to my left, and there was another lady in her car, and I guess she was waiting for a parking spot, and she's hawking me down. And at first, I kind of side-eyed, and then I'm like, no, I'm going to own up to it. Yeah, I just stared at him. So guess what? I turn my head. I look right at her, and she gives me this scowl. And I'm like, yeah.
You should have just pointed at the lady and been like, "Look at
No.
how crazy her titties
No,
are.
no,
dude. What do
she-
you want me to
the-
do? Look at them.
Like,
Appreciate 'em.
Well, to kind of sum it up, I think she was just jealous because she didn't have the.
She didn't get the gaze.
She didn't get the gaze.
Yeah.
And
You get the gaze? Pause.
You've been doing jiu-jitsu too long.
You get the gaze?
She didn't get the gaze.
Okay.
And I mean, that's her fault naturally, biologically, or whoever her mom and grandma's fault. It's their fault.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That,
Sorry.
she inherited some bad titties, or you're talking about the lady that didn't get the
Inherited
gaze?
bad ones.
Yeah. I don't. People that are opposed to plastic surgery, I think that is a wild take because of situations like that. Like, dude, if I could plastic surgery my teeth back together in a heartbeat, y'all would have never met this Cody. I mean, y'all probably would have never met me because I would have been acting way different. If I had good teeth, bro, I don't know y'all. I can't believe y'all talk to me. If I had good teeth, I wouldn't talk to people with bad teeth.
But they do make it where you could.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to afford me some money to get there.
What are they called?
Veneers.
Veneers.
You know, no, I don't want to get veneers. I'm contemplating braces because I want my life to get a little harder before it gets really good. Because Batman once said it gets darkest before dawn.
Yeah.
I want it to get really fucking dark.
Yeah.
I want to look in the mirror and like really want to beat the shit out of that guy. I already don't like
That's where
that guy.
growth comes from.
You know,
I want my teeth to grow together.
You know, I had this amazing thought, and this was months ago. And
Why didn't you do anything with it?
well, no,
Hey, guys, I did.
I've done plenty with it.
I
That's a
started
great
coloring.
Months ago.
No, it's one of the best sayings
in
I've
the
ever
storeroom.
had. It's
Guys,
the
brace
best-
yourself. Here comes a great thought.
Here's the best saying, and take it home with you. The opposite of depression is oppression. When you get depressed, you need to start oppressing others.
What kind of books are you reading, dude? These are bad books. You're the wrong person to be giving that type of book to.
In order to make yourself, it's not even about making yourself feel better. It's about making others feel worse. Right? So like Genghis Khan one day sends out his, traders to Southeast
For the
Asia,
record, me and Cody will not co-sign on that.
Southwest Asia to Syria,
Just
right?
let him talk on that one.
Yeah.
He sends them out to Southwest Asia. They get killed, and he pulls up and he's like, "Why'd you kill my peoples? I feel depressed." And they're like, "We don't care if you're depressed." And Genghis Khan said, "Okay, I'm gonna start oppressing." And then he like leveled all of like old Afghan and all of old Syria, and they had like mathematics there, and he said, "Nah, Asians ain't ready for that yet." And he just leveled them all out.
Careful with the height on that.
Yeah.
You're doing a little bit of like, yeah. I feel like the more you talk,
I don't
that
know
thing
if
start.
I don't think he knows what you mean right now.
No, I do know. No, we're
Don't
think he's
Elon
studied
this
it.
podcast.
I think he
Don't
studies that.
don't
movement.
Elon this podcast.
we're chopping it. We're leveling it like this. We're
Yeah.
not doing the.
So I'm gonna change up the speed question because it's not like I like
We'll try to keep up. I mean,
right. No,
It's a foot race
No,
over
it's
here.
it's a jujitsu. I'm gonna circle back to jujitsu. So you've been training like what, almost 10 years now, or close to it.
June.
It's crazy. To think
9
that-
years. Yeah.
I think July will be like 8 or 9 for me. Like I kind of lost track. COVID threw me all off. How many years you been training? Only 2.
Those-
Oh yeah. I forgot. He was my pet white belt for a while.
Yeah.
He knows it.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I was the pet white belt at Panacea, and he was there, and he used to, well, I guess him and like, it was between him, Rich, and then whenever Cam Reed came in,
Yeah.
they would all bully me.
So did you originally live in Foley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you moved over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You live in Pensacola or Milton?
Pensacola.
Word.
But this was my
I thought
jujitsu
you were a
question.
Milton kid.
So, I mean, you might not be able to. Well, you might be able to answer this too. It's nothing bad. But in 9 years, okay, what is something in jujitsu that like when you started it was a certain way, and then 9 years later you're like, I don't really like this way of jujitsu, or like, because I know there's something like, and I feel like I'm like the old guy now that's like saying like turn down the music, it's too loud kind of vibes. but I'll start.
How about you go first we get like an idea?
I'm gonna give you an idea of what I'm talking about. It is I'm gonna probably get some hate for this, especially because so many jiu-jitsu people watch your podcast. I absolutely hate how gyms announce promotions.
Oh, word, okay.
It drives me up a wall. Like
you mean that they announce, hey, on this day coming?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm like, I don't think it should be that way. Like all the other stuff, like different colored gis and all the, whatever. Jiu-jitsu at the end of the day, just have fun, become a better person, learn to, respect your training partners, all those things, all align, we're good. But I just don't, like when I first started, like it could be like a Wednesday night and you could see somebody get belted.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. And like, it's like, imagine every birthday party you have is planned. Like, I mean, it's cool. You're excited. It's your birthday. That is how they are. I know, but that's what I'm saying. But that's my point is.
But there's something exciting about a surprise.
Right. Right.
It gets you horny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like Christmas. Imagine every Christmas, everything you're getting as a kid, right? Yeah. Like, it gets boring. Like, the best Christmas story you ever had is when you woke up and maybe had that one present you didn't think your parents were going to get you or whatever. And it could be something as small as, the video game or a bicycle,
gun.
It's that, but like, and I don't know, because I think a true coach, this goes back to what I was talking about earlier, is I respect the shit out of a coach that is sitting on a wall, watching a roll happen, and then right before he lines everybody up, or maybe he's really dialing in and he's seeing this guy, and that night, on that day, on that moment, he saw that person do something that goes, I've been watching this dude for months, and he finally just did it.
Yeah.
It's like, why, wait for someone to... Why wait for a family day 6 months out to belt somebody if you already know, they are where they're at? Like,
see,
I don't know.
I agree with that. It's more... Yeah. I think what we're looking at here is like pet peeves in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
That is a great one. And to come from like, that's been like my entire history is like, I've been part of gyms that do that.
Yeah.
They don't obviously tell you, hey, you're getting promoted,
right.
which for sure keep it from you. But being a part of Kazushi Club, I think they do it in a really like, it's kind of the best of all the worlds is they do rotating team trainings at all the family or the family of gyms. So it'll be like in Atlanta at Sean's.
Right.
And then like it'll be at Elijah's in Chattanooga, or it'll be here. And it's like they don't say anything about promotions. Mm-hmm. But at the end of whatever the seminar is, Sean always asks like all the head coaches, like, do you have any promotions you want to do? And that's when it'll happen. And it's not announced beforehand because it's like that at every team training. So it's like you never know who's getting anything.
Right.
The only compromise to this that I see that makes sense is when you knowingly are going to give a black belt out. Yeah. I think you should secretively
tell their family.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
so. Like maybe they can be near. Mm-hmm. It might be weird that like the entire family's at the gym because they're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know how to get around that part.
Right.
Because like if I'm getting my black belt, I would love for the people that would want to be there to be able to be there.
And I agree with that one too, and only because like people who don't train jiu-jitsu, like, how many times have you said like, somebody found out you did jiu-jitsu and they're like, oh, so I got a black belt in taekwondo or karate or whatever. Yes. I'm not knocking those, but my point is like, if I started karate today, I could probably be a black belt in karate in like 2 to 3 years.
It's also aggravating too, and
jiu-jitsu takes 9 or 10, some longer.
Dude, some way longer. Like I literally trained with Scott at Remedy.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He was a blue belt, I think, for 9 or 11 years.
Yeah.
A blue belt. He was just.
I was
like
a white
he was
belt
that
for
forever.
Like almost 4, I think.
Yeah. Life happens. Like I was just talking to Kirk about this last night at the competition. He's like, "How have you been?" And we were like catching up, and he's like, "Are you able to still train?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just super busy, so like try to find the moments where I can." Mm-hmm. And a dude at work asked me, he's like, "You've been doing jiu-jitsu?" And this dude just found jiu-jitsu, like, so he's like, you know, when you're like testing people, like, how long you been doing it? So
Right.
you're like, oh, I bet you I could take him.
Right.
It's like,
you're like,
no, you can't. And I'm not trying to be ego at all. You
Right.
cannot take me. I just
Yeah.
promise you, you
Yeah.
can't. But he's like,
Right plan, wrong man.
yeah. He's like, you've been doing it how long? And I was like, 8 or 9 years. And he's like, oh, you're black belt. And I was like, no, I understand the concept of what you're asking there, but no, because I haven't been able to train as much as I would have liked to in that time frame. And he's like, oh, word, you're a real purple belt? And I'm like,
What does that mean? You're a
Yeah, I
real
mean,
belt.
I don't know what that means to him, but it's like the kind of that's always been a pet peeve to me is when somebody finds something and they're new to the thing, but you've been on whatever it is, and people do this with music, they gatekeep and stuff.
Yeah.
But like then they become the super fan, like they know more about the thing than you do.
Right.
And it's like I'm just like calm about the thing. I'm not like
Right. It's not my whole
it'll come and
identity.
go. Yeah, like you're obsessed with like the brands in jiu-jitsu right now.
Right.
I was there too.
Right.
Now I'm like, just let me get a funny rash guard or something.
Right.
It's like I don't care about the brand. My jiu-jitsu will do the thing.
Right.
Like,
And I think some of the best competitors I know, like, you know, I went to Mississippi and I guess you could call it coach. I wasn't really coaching him. I was just more there for moral support with Cam Reed.
Yeah.
And he was at that point a blue belt. And in that day, within 1 hour, he went through 3 black belts.
yeah.
I mean, so
He's also like what 6'4", massive. Probably pisses acid.
But I mean, he looks tiny though. If he's watching,
yeah.
Yeah, he looks really small.
his stats are crazy for him to be actually that small in person. He's a tiny person.
We're talking about the same.
Yes, I'm trying to ruin his ego.
Yeah.
You
He
are
thinks he's
small.
like
I don't know if you remember me. You suck. Last time I rolled with you, I told you I would beat you. Not today, not tomorrow, but sometime soon.
No Moreno
That
talk.
sometime
We're
soon
going to
is
set
coming.
a follow-up on this one.
Yeah.
You also smell. Sorry.
Yeah, all you thicker guys smell though. I haven't rolled with you yet, but I'm sure you got an odor.
I do have an odor, but
Y'all have an odor like if a new salt was found in the wild. It's like a wild, pungent, like
like onion salt or like garlic salt.
it's like, dude, there's a mine somewhere nearby.
I think follow-up, I was just thinking about it. I think the only thing that I was thinking about that is worse than like planned promotion, but even like the team thing is still different in my opinion, because at the end of the day that's still kind of a surprise. My thing is I feel like gyms do it and like make a whole thing out of it.
Yeah.
And in my way, I kind of look at it's kind of a selfish thing. They just want to post it on, you know, social
Yeah.
media to say, hey, look how many people like we promoted and like come see us. I just don't. The other thing I don't like is, and we'll probably all know who is kind of known for it, but like if you just go to enough classes, you get belted. That's kind of weird too. I don't like that.
Also, the people that truly feel like, because you only know where you're at and how you see through your eyes what your life is like, but your coach is going to know better because they've done it way longer and they can see it from a different point of view. They know who's really in a spot. But from yours, you're like, dude, I've been a blue belt for a year now. I should be purple or whatever. I've been a white belt for... You're trying to hit record times like, I'm going to be the first blue belt in 8 months or something. And it's like, you'll go to these things where there's promotions and you're like, you're going to get your heart broken because you're like, today's the day I'm going to get the...
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden nothing happens and you got to be cool about it. That's, I think, really the underlying message when coaches are like, do not focus on a color.
Yeah.
That, I think, is a correlation directly to an experience I think we've all had where we're like, I should have got a stripe. How the hell did he get a stripe?
Right.
How did she get a stripe?
Yeah.
How did she get a color? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I smoked that person. That's not what it's about.
No.
But that's your perception. You're like,
Right.
because almost everything else in life is, if I perform better, I'm better.
I never looked at it, and maybe this is me petting my own ego or trying to make a reason for it. But when I didn't get promoted, I never was mad. I was, oh, well, I guess my coach holds me to a higher standard.
Yeah.
And like that was the way I looked at it. It was like, well, you know, it motivated me sometimes in a weird way.
Here's another like side pet peeve that is kind of like associated to this, but maybe not. But when people win or lose something, doesn't matter what it is, could be an MMA fight, could
Right.
be jiu-jitsu, or a breakup. It doesn't matter what it is. You always have your friends. I don't like the whole friends coming to you and being like trying to like make you feel comfortable, but like they talk shit about the thing or whatever. Like, oh, he never loved you, or like,
Right.
Make
oh,
excuses
dude,
for
you were way better than him. Like, dude, let me own this lesson.
Right.
Let me absorb what happened. Let me, like, I don't want anybody like that in my life to do something like that. If I experience a loss, the other person was a better person on the day. If I experience a heartbreak, like, it wasn't meant to be. Like, I hate when people trash the part of the journey. It's like,
Right.
I don't get that. It's goofy. It's weird to me. And like, you'll see coaches get super upset with their students or something. And it's like, they just aren't in a position in their journey of jiu-jitsu or whatever the sport is that they could absorb the advice that you'd given them or the direction. Something isn't developed enough that they couldn't implement what you were saying and translate it.
Right.
There's things like that in all avenues of life, but I hate when people do that. Like,
Yeah. No.
try to make an excuse for you. And it's like, let me feel the feelings.
Right.
And just be there to let me vent to you. Or like, yo, was I really that off on this? Like, did I not do the thing? Oh, no, you did. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. I think, too, a lot of coaches get upset if someone switches from one gym to another. But I think just like in anything else in life, sometimes, unfortunately, you can outgrow a position at work, or you can outgrow, like a friendship. And I'm not saying you can't be friends with somebody, but if I'm trying to, like, strive to be better at work, make more money, doing this, doing that, and then I have my friend that I was friends with in high school, and he's still at like 25 buying Four Locos on the weekend and smoking weed every day. Like, I love you, bro. Like, you're a good person and everything.
Yeah, we can have moments.
But we're kind of going down different paths. As weird as it is, like, jiu-jitsu, especially because you do give a lot of time and energy and effort to it in your life for a long period of time, where, dude, we can go other ways and say, hey, like, maybe like somebody like CJ, he loves competing, he loves going and traveling to compete. You're gonna be the black sheep in the gym if you're at a family gym that nobody else wants to compete there. And like, and the coach has to be like, hey, dude, it's cool. I love you. I'll support you from over here. And if you feel like that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. And you see it in MMA a lot. Like, you get one guy who's an outlier where he can make it to the UFC, and then it's like, good on you for staying with that coach and everything. But at some point, you can't keep being the medium fish in a small pond. You have to go, and as cliche as it sounds, iron sharpens iron. You have to get different looks by different pros. You have to be humbled.
Yeah.
Biggest growth comes from getting humbled, How many times have you guys driven home from jiu-jitsu with the radio off? Like, how did that happen?
Oh, bro, I went
How did that happen?
I went to Core in Kentucky where Nathan Haddad and Helio and all of them go.
Yeah.
And I left. I wasn't even out of the lobby, and I was crying. There was a UFC fight on, and they were all watching it in the lobby, and I'm like walking out. Nobody's paying attention to me, and I was like, the fight's on, huh? And I'm like crying. And, like, they're like, you're good? And I'm like, I'm good, dude. And I cried for multiple exits because I had to hit the interstate to get back to our Airbnb. And I was just like, just give me, like, 20 minutes.
Right.
And I'm just crying because I was like, dude, I'm going to wreck these people when I go into this gym. I wasn't a bead of sweat on anybody.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No white belt, no nothing. I was a blue belt at the time. It was like.
Can you recall your hardest roll ever?
Ever?
Like your hardest, like, 5-minute round or 6-minute round or whatever. Just like, I can tell you mine.
See, I would say this is more recent. I would say, like, it was just Scramble Fest, not just being dominated by somebody. This had to be like a year and a half ago or something like that.
Really, that recent?
Dan Borovic in Milwaukee.
More of it.
He beat Craig Jones and Gordon Ryan when they were all purple belts.
Oh, really?
That
you rolled
dude,
with him?
that dude flipped me. I was in turtle, looking to scramble. He had a half Nelson, and he flipped me.
Mm.
Little to no effort. And he already rolled 10 times previous.
Yeah.
I had rolled maybe 5, and I was actually cutting weight for a tournament I was doing up there. So I had little to no energy, and I was trying to get wrestling on him. He showed up with like a cotton shirt and shorts.
Mm.
When you see a guy walk in with cotton shirt and shorts,
Yeah, you're like big dick.
like that's like anytime you've seen like a B team video of like Nicky Ryan rolling with people,
Yeah.
and he's wearing like big old pump cotton shirt, and he tucks it in to like any day, like an everyday shorts, and he's just stepping around people's guards, not even
Yeah.
caring. That was what that was like.
Yeah, mine was Justin Raymer. Like,
Yeah.
I went to his gym after an
In
open mat
Atmore?
at Tony's. Yeah.
Shout out 10th Planet Atmore.
Yeah, and dude, it was the first time I rolled with him. And of course he was dominating the positions, but I was able to scramble enough that I was just like, I'm going to die in here from not being able to breathe.
Right.
And I'm normally great in breathing situations. Like, I can roll forever just because, I don't know, I just have that like roll forever endurance. But
Yeah.
he was like the last roll of the day, and I mean, there was no like I got better of anything of him. He was just letting me do certain things, but he was like we weren't staying in one position for too long.
Right.
He was letting things happen and move around, and it was like he was just on me. It didn't matter what I did, he was on me. We were standing wrestling, didn't matter. Takedown, like immediately scramble, like everything, and I was just like, I'm gonna die in here. Like,
Yeah.
but you need those things to see like, oh, that's a level, and he wasn't even trying.
Yeah.
So to see like the levels of like,
I just had a conversation with Justin Raymer not terribly too long ago, and we got to talking about competing. He's like, dude, I haven't competed at black belt yet. I was like, what?
really?
I know. And I was like encouraging him so hard. And I'm like, dude, please let me know when you do.
Yeah,
Because I want to be there for it. Because I'm like me, I don't know about you guys, but every time I got belted, like, I just wanted to compete just to kind of see where I was. And, but, I mean, he's a business owner. He's got a lot going on. But, yeah, I was definitely encouraging him too. I think that dude would crush. He definitely could win a black absolute around here.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably
sure.
hard to find like a tournament locally that black belts actually will compete in.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to have more than one do it.
Right.
Which is going to be tough. So
Right.
it's more like a Trey super fight tournament or a
Yeah.
fight to win or something where it's like 1 versus 1.
Yeah.
I heard, now, I hadn't rolled with him, but I heard Odie Delaney is a hard roll.
I mean, I'm sure he's a big fucking dude.
But I've
And
heard,
he's a professional
I've heard
fighter.
like
So.
what Cam has rolled with him sometimes when he's come and visit, and also like Cedricus Dumas. He trains over there at Witness, and I've just heard I want to go over there at some point and get a roll in with him just to die one day.
Yeah.
Because I haven't died in a while. Need that to happen.
Bro, Trey didn't put his hands on you?
I know how to work Trey.
Maybe go.
I know how to work him.
Oh,
You know what the game is?
I want to be
He-
a fly on the wall
I'm
in
gonna
Remedy
let-
on Monday.
I'm going to let you know, whatever happens between y'all's roll, he's allowing to happen, brother. 100%.
Nah.
I feel like CJ is just baiting Trey right now.
I rage
feel
bait
like he's
everybody.
just-
I think
feel
you
like he's
legit
just
want to die in a
messing with
gym,
him.
dude.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's been a long
If Trey
time.
turned it on anybody and like legitimately was mad or something, like, brother.
Now he did give me this. I don't know if you can tell or not, but he did give me this scar
He
right
made
here.
you bleed your own blood?
Yeah, made you look
Well,
at it.
mean, that big old head of his like got in the way, and he.
I mean,
cut
it is hard to avoid that thing. I mean, I've been nicked by. I'm like, God,
Yeah.
man, that's a big head.
Yeah. So it's that big old head of his cut it right here, but no, like I know how to work Trey. It's called headquarters passing. Headquarters passing. Trey can't stop my headquarters passing.
All right.
He can't stop it.
Cut to a highlight of. I'm gonna send this to Trey and have him send me the clip of him just smashing your ass.
Nah.
Yeah.
He can't.
We'll even start in that position and we'll just play the rest.
Yeah.
No, my hardest roll was I just got my purple belt probably like a month, so I was already still kind of in imposter syndrome, like I'm not a purple belt, kind of thing. But I got to roll with Jake Shields. And I've rolled with some real high level black belts, and I've had some of them put it on me. But like, I don't know, in this weird way, like when I rolled with Jake, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's probably not gonna just totally wreck me.
Yeah.
Like he's probably gonna do what some black belts do, and just allow you to kind of get positions where you're trying your almighty, but they're just like playing with you, like, oh, shouldn't have put your hand there, or shouldn't have put your leg there or foot there or whatever. The moment we tapped hands and started, like, to this day, I've never felt anybody like him.
Yeah.
Like, he was just so ridiculously strong. He had that whole just like blanket top position. Like, I mean, he was just ripping submissions on me, like not like if you're not tapping like instantly when he grabs your arm, like he's breaking your shit.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, bro, how did I fucking piss you off? I just met you.
Yeah.
But then I watched him roll with everybody else. He did the same shit. I mean, and then I watched him roll with 3 or 4 black belts in a row, and it was just like levels. Like, he's hip tossing black belts, like just making them look like, actually one black belt came off the bat. He goes, after rolling with Jake, I just want to give my black belt back.
Yeah.
And he's like, I feel like I'm a good black belt. I want to give my black belt back. That's what he said.
That's why the answer for me was harder, is like, I felt like to answer the hardest role isn't the most being dominated role.
Yeah.
So, because I've been dominated by like Pat Churf,
Yeah.
Daywalker.
Is that the guy down in
That
Gulf Shores?
dude, I've never had anybody rip more subs on me than him.
It's crazy, and he just moves like forward in time, like time. What'd you say?
Is that the guy down in Gulf Shores?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he cross trains at our gym as well.
I don't know if I don't know. I haven't really heard a lot about the 10th Planet Gulf Shores. Are they still like a thing?
Yeah.
They are? Okay.
Yeah. Pat is one of those dudes, like a guy Thor at Core.
Mm-hmm.
He would, at the time, he had just won.
Yeah. Tony did a super fight with that guy. Do you remember that?
No, that's a different Thor.
There's more than one Thor?
No, the Thor you're talking about is big, bald, and has a
right.
beard, right?
Right. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
The one that like it was like might have been like 2 years ago, did a quartet with, or it might have been a year ago, did a quartet with Kazushi Club.
This can't be the same one I'm talking about.
Yeah, what's your guy look
This
like?
dude lives in Kentucky.
Oh, different one.
Yeah.
He trains with Nathan Haddad and that whole gym. But he just won Pans at Blue Belt, and I think he won Worlds at Blue Belt. And I was like, dude, here I can really test blue versus blue. Like, where do I...
Right.
Brother, it was like if my jiu-jitsu was the lights and he had access to the light switch.
Right.
He just literally turned off whatever I thought I was doing, and then he's like, I'm going to show you what darkness feels like. It was like, I mean, he's the one who got me to start crying. I didn't cry in the room while we were rolling, but inside I was always already weeping. I was just like, oh, I don't even do jiu-jitsu with adults yet.
Yeah.
That was like the most devastating as far as like a single person thing. But like rolling with Pat anytime, rolling with Yelverton, like there's people that you roll with. I mean, there's people that if they get in a certain position, Trey's one of them. People sleep on Trey.
I'm not discrediting.
People sleep on Trey, and then they're gonna go to sleep from Trey.
Listen, I just figured like if I can just get him on his butt, don't get in his guard. He's got a good guard.
Bro, if you're doing, look, here's how to not be tapped by Trey. Don't compete against Trey. Don't do jiu-jitsu against Trey. Maybe you can outthink him.
That is the thing. Don't
because
do
you got a big
jiu-jitsu.
brain.
Use wrestling.
No, use a car. Hit him with a car. That's how you beat Trey. All right. Like, but I don't know, dude. I never had.
Dude,
Again, Trey is like one of the closest I ever got to anything. Is because he let me get to the thing, and then he's like, "Cool, watch this."
So, switching up speed again.
Yeah.
The stupidest thing, I hate when people ask me this, and I'm sure you guys have been asked this. Have you ever been asked by somebody that like finds out like you do jiu-jitsu or something, and then the question is, well, do you think you could beat me up? Have you ever been asked that?
I have, but I think the more evolved question is like, "Are you good at jiu-jitsu?"
I've never been asked if I'm
Opposed
good.
to what? Like a world champion? Like
Yeah.
the number one guy in the sport? No, I'm bad.
Well,
Opposed to you, I'm the best you've ever touched.
ever touched.
Ever touched.
And like, dude, I'm telling you, even at like like any gym I've been in, like the average man, I'm talking like, what would you guys say the average man is? Like 200 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Somewhere in the 180
average-
to 200.
Okay,
Yeah.
180, 200. Dude, it's like these guys that have, like, if they tell me I'm 180 to 200 pounds, I'm 25 to 35, and then I go, well, have you ever done a jiu-jitsu class? Have you ever done, like, really anything? Have you ever done anything? And then they tell me no, but
Yeah.
they, like, work out in the gym. I'm like, dude, my littlest blue belt will whip your ass, bro, in almost
mean,
any gym.
A couple month white belt will do the same.
Yeah, you give a
It-
3-stripe white, and no, I love my white belts. 2-3-stripe white belt.
Yeah.
That's the same body weight, maybe even less. It's like, bro, like, it would be like if I meet a guy that says, yeah, you've been training 9 years. Hey, I've been training basketball for 9 years.
Yeah.
Do you think you could beat me in a basketball game? The answer is probably no.
Yeah.
It's no, because
Yeah.
if you're good, if you've been training for something for 9 years and you can't beat somebody who's never done it a day in their life, you should probably quit doing it.
Yeah.
Probably not do it, but yeah, like
It is wild that like the shape you are in when you're in like a jiu-jitsu flow.
yeah,
It's different and it's not visible on people. Like just looking at you right now, you might be in the peak of your jiu-jitsu career, or you might have taken a year off. I cannot tell physically by looking at someone.
Right.
But I can tell by rolling with you. I can touch you
Right.
and be like, oh, he's super sharp right now.
Right,
Or, oh, he might have not trained the last few months. Like, you
Right.
can feel it in
Right.
jiu-jitsu. But, like, in CrossFit or something, you can see somebody and be like, oh, dude, they are peaking right now. They are fucking shredded. They're doing muscle ups. They're
Right.
running 5-minute miles. Like it's deceptive. Somebody that just starts in jiu-jitsu, their first couple months, they're going to gas themselves out so hard that no one is really going to be competing, or they're not going to be competing against anyone more than they're competing against their own breath. Like,
Right.
because they're tense. They're like if we rolled in, it was your first day, I'm like, obviously, even looking at you, if it was your first day, you're way stronger than me. Strength is not the issue between us. It's the skill level.
yeah.
So it's like, yes, you can out-strength me, and I will let you do that the entire roll. I will never try to go against your strength. The key to my skill level is I'm going against your strength, or I'm not going against your strength. I'm letting your strength move everything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lead you into a path where I don't have to do almost anything
Moving
until
around.
it's the
Well,
last
I think
moment.
not even just in jiu-jitsu, but like MMA, boxing. I mean, all of real combat sports. Any athlete that you speak to, like their number one fear is not losing. Their number one fear is being exhausted first before their opponent.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, especially as I've understood when I've competed, like if I see some guy like real low and he's like touching the mat before we start, I'm like, okay, this dude's gonna wrestle. And if I'm just honest with myself and like, look, I don't really train a lot of takedowns and shit. I'm just gonna, he's trying to play checkers, I'm trying to play chess, so let's just get to my game. I want to get to my game first, so I know that I'm not gonna out wrestle this dude, and I'm not gonna waste my energy, time, and effort trying to do that when this guy might have been in the wrestling room for 6 years before he started training jiu-jitsu. I'm going out there, I'm pulling guard. You know what I mean? Or lately I've been
Offering up a single leg. Ooh, take it down.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
it down. You know, but really, not so much wrestling lately, but I've been really kind of liking foot sweeps and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I've been watching a lot of like Pixley shit. So, just seeing how he ended up. I think he lost the match to, I can't remember now, to Nicky Rod, or was it canceled out? I don't remember.
I think it was a draw, but
I think it was a
honestly, I
draw.
cannot remember because
Yeah,
it was a blur. I've been so busy, but I did see some
but
of it.
I mean,
I saw initially, just
the-
foot sweeped immediately.
the first, he did it like twice in a row. I mean, and that was just like cool.
Foot
It's
sweeps
cool.
to me.
No other way to put it. That like,
Yeah.
I was like, wow,
Foot sweeps to me have always kind of looked like magic
they do. I'm like,
because it looks effortless, and you're like, bro, I'll do that with everything I got, and I ain't even budging
physics.
nobody.
yeah,
It's all physics.
Yeah, you're
I
just
mean,
catching them
it's
off
timing.
balance.
Mhm.
yeah.
Physics and timing, man.
Nicky Rod is a specimen. Like, the dude is jacked and he is strong as shit. And then on top of that, he's world class jiu-jitsu. He's got the balance. He's got everything. So and it wasn't like he was exhausted. This was 15 seconds into the
15
match.
seconds in.
Yeah.
It dumped him.
I mean, it's not even the
Like-
most impressive thing Pixley has done.
No, Nicholas.
Somebody went
Marigali?
to the moon and came back.
Nicholas Marigali.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was insane. And that was when Pixley was a blue belt, or no? Was he a purple?
Purple.
Belt?
He was
He was a
purple.
purple
Was he
belt.
purple?
Yeah,
Purple belt.
He was a purple belt. But I think he was a fresh purple belt when he did that.
Yeah, but just imagine any of us doing that to the
Arguably.
best black belt we've ever touched.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine doing that
Yeah.
to like Trey or somebody.
yeah.
I'd be like, dude, I did that. All right. R.I.P. CJ. You got your fucking...
Yeah. Yeah, that was super impressive.
Yeah, I've only like I think everybody's had moments where they've highlighted somebody in their own gym, and you're like, "Whoa, that was pretty cool."
Yeah.
But it's like typically they're within the same range of your skill,
Right.
or you're way better than them.
Right.
So like, that is a point where Pixley gained so much space. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it might have been a little bit of Marigali, like not even taking him serious at all.
Right.
And he's like, dude, because he thought he was gonna double gold the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he got silver in
Yeah.
one and didn't place in the other.
Didn't
I think
place in
Yeah,
the
it
other.
didn't
Because
place
he withdrawed.
dislocated. That was
because he got planted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus,
lift
dude. I
off.
mean, that's got to be like where when keeping it real goes wrong. That's like one of the moments.
See, but
in
this is
jiu-jitsu.
why I respect like Miragali, like a competitor like that. Like, you know, we can all say, okay, Gordon's like the best pound for pound no-gi grappler. But Miragali, what was really special about him, he was arguably one of the best, especially at his weight, in the gi.
Yeah.
But he was like, you know, I want to test myself. I don't care about like if I go out there, because he you know, when you step on that mat, anything really can happen, and something did happen, right?
Yeah.
But you got to respect him for trying. To me, I'm just kind of like, you know, Gordon. Like, I would have liked to see him compete a little bit in the gi at black belt.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're as good and you're as levels of head as what you say, well, then give somebody, you know.
Also, who gives a shit if you lose?
Right. But he
Yeah.
does.
We know
He does.
You're Michael Jordan.
That's the point. He does.
It'd be like if Michael Jordan played fucking
Baseball.
or basketball
Which he
against
did.
Khabib.
But like
And he
the-
golfed, I think.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is like with Gordon, I know everybody. I mean, he is the great.
Right.
I don't think he's the greatest of all time. In terms
Who's your
of
greatest
in,
of all
in
time?
terms of ADCC, because he hadn't won the most ADCCs
Right now, yes, he has.
Yeah, yes.
He has the all-time leading record
on the list.
Yes,
He beat
He has 13, I believe, is his total right now. Gold medals?
No. World, like, for the weight class.
Oh, for one weight class, yeah. Because what Andre has 5
Yeah, I'm not talking about. Are you talking about like just the
gold medals at ADCC
like
Gordon
open
leads.
or
weight class
in the world championship?
at ADCC?
yeah.
No, I
Yes.
looked at the list the other day. He only has like 3.
Gordon?
No.
Like for the weight class.
Maybe
No.
3 in 1 year.
No.
You're talking about in one single weight class.
the only-
Yeah,
the-
he's medaled and moved up every time. He hasn't stayed in one weight class and won it several times.
Marcelo Garcia is who he beat out, right? For that, as far
Coulda
as
sworn.
most.
I thought the most was Andre
Yeah.
Goval because he won multiple times in his weight class and he won multiple super fights, and every super fight is considered a gold medal.
I wonder what the list is as far as most gold medals at ABC.
So, let's see.
Gotta love it. So, no,
There.
Andrew Galvao holds the record right now.
What is it?
It has hold on.
I swear to God, Gordon either tied it or took it in the last one.
So what I was thinking is, so it goes Andrew Galvao, Gordon, and then Marcelo Garcia.
Yeah, but what are the numbers?
So well, actually, I take that back. Andrew Galvao and Gordon are tied right now. They're both at 6.
It says 7.
Who?
Gordon has 7.
It's got to be 7.
So, ADCC.
Because he only won 1 gold medal and didn't in the absolute against Pena.
That's what's shown on there. It's saying 6 and 6.
So,
That can't be right, though. That can't. Here, take it back. I'll
Google is lying.
I mean, you can just look up Gordon's Wikipedia.
so male champions per the weight classes. 1, 2, 3.
He literally has 7.
He has 7.
Yeah.
So then it goes.
After this year's, or after 2024's.
Okay, so then Gordon's by 1, Galvao is at 6, and then Marcelo Garcia is at 4.
And Gordon won the below 88 division twice. Well, I guess he says 3 times. I really thought he went up every single. I don't know.
I
YouTube
think even if you look
fucking
at it, I
weird.
think the most impressive, in my opinion, is Garcia, just because he was not.
Yeah,
a very
just
big
the
dude.
size. Yeah.
Yeah.
His is more impressive looking.
Yeah.
From anyone in the world will look at that and be like, "That's crazy."
Mm-hmm.
Anybody looks at Gordon and they're like, "Yeah, he should be winning these." And that's not Gordon's fault that he looks so crazy. I mean,
I think Hodger Gracie's the GOAT.
he is. He's impressive because he went head to head with the greatest of all time in Guy Buchecha, because Hodger was considered that, and then they're like, let's find out, and Hodger dummied him. So that's why I think in the Guy, Hodger can hold that and be like, no matter what you do for the rest of your life, we found out, and I was aging, and you were in your peak, and I still did that to you.
But I think if Hodger put in the amount of dedication that he did with Guy and into more no Guy, because, I mean, he did compete.
Dude. That would have been nuts.
Yeah. That's why I think I put Hodger above Gordon.
But that's a hypothetical. We don't know.
Well, I mean, you could also translate that to, like, okay, Jordan versus Kareem, right?
Okay.
Different eras. Kareem has done more award-wise statistically.
Yeah, but we're talking about there was like 2 black dudes in the sport at the time. He's maybe one of them. Michael's arguable, probably like 60% of. I think the actual statistic is like 70% in the NBA is black. Black people are way more athletic than we are. Like, that's not even.
Yeah.
We cannot argue that. They're elastic. They're like tight. They're fucking strong as shit. Like, literally, I don't even know how to compare it, but like the same weight, same size, they have faster twitch muscle. It's just that's not. I don't even give a shit if anybody says I'm racist. That is not racist. If it's not racist, if it's a compliment.
Black power.
Yeah, like if you're faster, what's the racism? I'm white. So fuck you guys if y'all think that's racism.
But could you say that the Brazilians, though, are in that same category versus white people?
I think, like, in jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
I would give them the nod versus us.
So yeah, I would give.
I think
Hodger-
we have the hardest path to being like the number one person.
I think the
in
equalizer
sport.
with the United States is we have wrestling.
And steroids.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
that is
but Brazil. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but then
Brazil,
look. Then why
mean,
isn't like Hamza or somebody or Khabib? Why isn't there a Russian or Dagestani guy in ADCC and can just run it?
because they don't like jiu-jitsu.
yeah.
Yeah, but
They
ADCC
believe-
is
what
wrestling
is it?
heavy. Doesn't have to be one jiu-jitsu wise.
I just think that it's attached to it, and those guys are a different breed. And
They
the
have
way
sambo.
Think,
Do
they
you
think sambo, and they wouldn't even entertain the jiu-jitsu.
Do you
That's
think
how I really
in a
think they think.
different world they could do what they've done in other sports in
100%.
ADCC
I think you take
jiu-jitsu?
I think you take some of those guys and you put them in freaking football, American football, and they would be freaks.
I
Because
think so too, because it'd
Yeah.
be such a different style of game for them. Like they
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
attack it so differently.
yeah, they I mean
Be great running backs.
I mean they just the way that they
Bro,
are as far
great.
as when they train, how they train.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, we think about like, oh, after I train, I'm gonna go home and see my, kid. Like they'll literally like, not see their kids for like Hamzat didn't see his kid for like months.
Yeah.
Right after she was born, and he was talking about it, and he was like, "That's, I'm not telling you that so you feel bad for me. Like that's just how it needs to be if I want
Yeah.
to be where I'm at." And like,
Mm.
the foreign just mindset is so different.
There's a Russian saying though. It's if jujitsu or if judo were easy, it'd be called jujitsu.
Yeah.
If sambo was easy, I think
Yeah, something like that.
it'd be called jiu-jitsu.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
that was
sambo.
the shirt
Were,
that like Khabib wore.
Yeah.
if sambo were easy,
Yeah.
it'd be called jujitsu.
Yeah.
So plus, there actually is old footage of Khabib in a Naga tournament.
But I think
Like he did a Naga tournament and against some like random dude and smoked him.
Yeah, I mean, if your name is random, dude, you don't have a shot against Khabib.
Yeah, I think you have. I think America does have really good wrestling
Yeah.
credentials. I mean, you look at the guys at like Penn State and stuff, and that's what's so frustrating about somebody like Bo Nickel
Yeah.
to switch the direction to like MMA is like. Some of these guys, man, they fall in love with their hands because like he's been
Well, they
training.
get falsely confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's been training wrestling since he's been 5, and then he finally that's what gets him to American Top Team in the pro room, and that's what gets him into Dana White Contender Series. But then he starts, oh man, this is kind of different. This is new. I like this. This is cool. I could probably hang. And then you like his last fight with RDR, like. It's like, bro, the reason why it happened the way it happened is you didn't implement your game.
Yeah, and-
Hamzat, he's like, I know what got me to the party.
Yeah.
I don't care when you think it. He's like, I'm a lot richer now, and I'm holding a world title because I just mauled this guy for 25 minutes.
Also against Usman, though, he did want to strike a lot, and Gilbert was getting the
Yeah.
better of him in some of those
Yeah.
exchanges.
And I think
So
that
it's
was,
like,
I think that was an immature
yeah,
thing, and I think he learned from that.
yeah.
Oh,
and here's an interesting idea. It would be really cool to me if we saw somebody like Hamza win the UFC title and then retire and go into jiu-jitsu and then become the greatest at that.
Right? Yeah.
It'd be
We've never
hilarious.
seen somebody at
So-
the peak of the MMA and go that way, but we've seen somebody at the peak of jiu-jitsu and try to start MMA. Buchecha.
Doesn't even have to get drug tested. Doesn't even have to do any weigh-ins.
Yeah.
You can just sit in ADCC and collect 8 titles and become the GOAT over Gordon.
So who do you think in this? So if it all pans out right, like Hamzat's the 185 champ right now. Let's say Islam gets the better of Jack Della Lena, and wins the 170 title. Do you think we could ever see a Russian super fight?
I don't know how all that works as far as a respect to your gym. We're not going to whatever. I'm sure if they're in the same weight class, that's different. But it's like they're both holding titles. I don't know that they would do that because Islam, Bilal had the title and then he waited and then he got a title shot once he lost it. But it's like they didn't do that out of respect. They trained together though, so they were at the same gym.
I think Islam would have done the fight. I think Bilal was saying it was respect, but he subconsciously knew that he would have lost.
Yeah.
Well, he would have lost by decision.
Yeah. So,
Oh, no.
I don't know, dude.
Did you get the joke on that?
I mean, you say that, but like Islam, if you look at his last like 4 fights, he's finished 3 of them.
Well, no, that's the joke, because, like, Bilal only, his last, like, what, 5-10 fights have all been decision.
Yeah. Also, in that scenario, I think Islam, pound for pound, probably has the better control and everything on the ground, but Hamzat is so much bigger.
Yeah, he is huge.
It wouldn't. I don't think it'd be that close.
Dude. He was huge at 185.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, Hamzat fought Arman Sarukian in the fucking Russian UFC fighter house thing.
Yeah.
They had a grappling match and it wasn't close.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, there are weight classes for a reason, and imagine like Hamzat not in a cutting weight camp.
Yeah.
He can be whatever weight he wants to be and be in rolling shape.
I mean,
bro.
I think there's a strong chance like you could see Hamzat going to 205.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I think that's a better chance.
Eat some Russian horse meat.
Well,
all of a sudden he's big as fuck.
I mean, if you get, I mean, clearly you guys follow, MMA and the UFC and the rankings and stuff too. I can't think of one person at 185 that would even be a challenge for him at this point. I mean, really. I mean,
there's not really any grappler heavy 185ers. It's become like a striking class.
You put him in there with Izzy, it's the same thing's going to happen.
Yeah.
You put him,
I'd like to see him in there with Sean because of their background, and Sean supposedly throws him around. Yeah, right, dude.
Well, maybe when he's not cutting weight and he's like fat.
You know who I think the dark horse?
You see how fat he is?
But still not. Yeah, but he's saying he out wrestled Hamzat several times while training.
I
don't think so, dude.
You know who I think the dark horse at the 185 for Hamzat would be?
Moneyberg.
No.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Sean Brady.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a nice fight.
Brady's nice.
Because
a nice fight.
I don't.
But Sean Brady's at 170.
Did he cut down?
He's fighting Bilal next.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I think, I think,
that'd be a fun fight.
That'd be a really fun fight.
Yeah, I don't really
imagine that at 1170 because I think Hamzat's best at 185. But
no, then I don't really know. I mean, well, I guess if we look at
bring back Yoel Romero for one fight.
Well, so that leads me. I guess then my pick at 185 would probably be Paulo
Costa and Khamzat.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Hamzat, if you look at it, he did dominate DDP for 25 minutes, but he didn't finish him. And he didn't finish a guy that couldn't even defend himself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, if you look at it like that, like you didn't finish a guy that you had in a crucifix at will, and you couldn't finish him.
But even when they were briefly exchanging, standing up, Khamzat still looked dangerous.
Dude, in the 5th round, like, you're kind of like DDP cracked him. So I don't know. Here's why I think the fight would be interesting with him and Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa is a specimen too, and I just don't know. I think well, first off, Paulo is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. DDP is not, and I think you go back to Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero was a silver medalist in wrestling in the Olympics.
Yeah.
He didn't take Paulo Costa down one time in 2 fights.
And I didn't suggest Yoel because his wrestling background. I suggested because of his explosiveness. Like you might go to like do these like Kevin Holland rolls and like you have a body lock and you're rolling and everything. Yoel's gonna jump over the cage. He's out of there. Like he has an athletic ability that's black.
So let me ask you this: if I said, okay, Paulo Costa, Khamzat, that would be a good fight. Your response immediately is going wrestling. Okay, well, what if I say in 25 minutes, Hamzat's going to get 1 takedown? Now what do you think about the fight?
I think it's going to be like a Gilbert Burns.
It's going to be he wanted to strike for 24 minutes, and then he was like, I'm also going to take you down.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to try once.
Yeah, so I don't know. I
don't know that would be a wrestling heavy one. I think it would be like Hamzat trying to work on his striking and then work in a takedown per round.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'd immediately go. Although he's like immediately taking down every
Dude,
fucking body.
That I knew it was a wrap in the first 10 seconds when he fought DDP.
Dude, listen.
How easy he took him down in literally 10 seconds.
Listen to this. Have a Hamzat versus GSP at 170.
Poor old GSP.
In their peak, because like who knows what Hamzat's peak gonna be? We've seen it so far. Like we assume what we've seen is gonna keep going up.
I think he's only gonna.
But I don't think GSP can defend that type of wrestling. And I know they had like John Fitch at the time, and John Fitch was like the Khabib of the era. But Khabib bodies John Fitch apparently in the training room.
Well, you know what makes. I mean, realistically, there's two types of takedowns in MMA. You got your single leg, and you got your double blast. And a lot of the times now, even at the amateur level, when guys are shooting double legs, everybody knows how to do the weird stretch your legs out, get an overhook, get an underhook. You're defending that. They can't get their hands together. Like, literally 16-year-olds that are getting in MMA know that. So the double legs aren't working as much. It's the chain wrestling is what's saving MMA, is like shoot in on the single, then switch to a double, get your hands locked, that kind of thing. But I feel like Hamzat, what makes him so unique and special is if you watch how far out he shoots, there's nobody else like him. The dude shoots from a country mile away.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
But
And then he gets it.
But who was the last person that used to do that? And he got highlighted, like top 3 all-time highlight.
Oh, you talking about Ben Askren?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He used to shoot in from he'd shoot in from the entrance of the arena.
He did such a short little bip in the UFC, I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, and he got like somebody's gonna game plan for the way that he shoots in, and like that is your like maybe Paulo does that, and maybe that's his like greatest chance getting somebody immediately highlight knockout, and then they're like, that's not a good indication that you beat him. Like you're better. It's just like you game plan better for that moment.
I think we're thinking too light here, boys. I think we need to think 205. I think in 205, or let alone anybody in the UFC that could give him a problem, is Ankalaev. Ankalaev.
I think there's a lot more better matchups for him at 205.
Let's do it more.
I think Yuri would be fun at 205. I think Ankalaev would be fun at 205. I think Rakovic.
Yeah, we can't put Yuri in there because like
I mean,
if Yuri gets submitted or something by Hamzat, he's going to commit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He is crazy. He's talking to trees.
Yeah.
He goes the warrior way and he's not talking or seeing or tasting or anything for days on end.
But it's like what Justin Gaethje said. He said, I only need, 2 leg kicks to change a fight. Dude, when you're getting leg kicked by some of those 205ers and you've never been leg kicked like that, Hamzat doesn't have the biggest legs in the world. He gets a nasty leg kick 1 or 2 times where you need that, back leg to be able to shoot like that. I mean, if that thing gets chopped a couple times, that could change the whole fight. And those 205 guys, you're not talking guys that are cutting from 205 to 185. You're talking guys that are cutting like 240 to 205.
Yeah.
I mean, those are a whole nother caliber. But that's where, his skill. It's kind of like what Jake Paul does. He gives up that skill, and he takes the weight as an advantage. Yeah. So he's fighting the guys that are a lot more skilled than him, but he's taking the weight advantage. Hamzat would be the other way. He's a lot more skilled than probably a lot of those 205 guys, but he's definitely not walking around at 245.
Yeah. And it's also crazy. Yes, he is undefeated, but if you really look at the fights with like Gilbert and Usman, those could have at any moment completely changed the other way, knockout.
Yeah, but
it's like you have skill and luck.
Toretto
at the same
said, "A win's a win."
Range. Yeah. A win's a win, dude.
Yeah.
You almost had me.
Inch or a mile.
Yeah.
A win's a win.
I don't know, dude. Like, let's throw another like MMA scenario out there. If you're building your dream White House card,
Colby Covington.
let's just do the top 3 fights. Who you got? Colby should for sure be on the
So
undercard.
are we
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it? Are we doing it their way where you do heaviest weight to down?
Yeah, you could do it that way. I mean, you could say who you want the headline. Connor's the heaviest weight there is.
Just them paychecks are heavyweight.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, shit. The craziest fight you could throw, Ilya Connor?
Yeah.
That's the
no.
craziest fight that can be
Yeah.
made, period.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
we say Tom and John, but like nobody
Okay, so if
talks
I'm
about
just
the
having-
Ilya Connor.
I've got a
white
crazier one.
So the white card, I think what's going to separate that than anything is that's going to be a fight. If Dana strategically makes it, he's not going to make it so much about like us that are like looking at rankings and us that know names, and because if
Yeah.
you walk down the street, nobody knows what an Ilya is.
Yeah.
Right. He's arguably probably one of the best pound for pound fighters
Yeah.
in the world, but the casuals don't know who he is.
Yeah.
The White House card is going to be the first card. I don't know if you guys know this. They're doing it on CSNBC or whatever, or
It's
CBS.
Paramount, right?
Yeah, but they're doing it on CBS,
Which is crazy.
just regular TV.
That's-
Yeah.
So that's going to have so many like I don't want to call them casuals, but people who've never really watched
The
sport.
general population.
The general population.
You're gonna call
I
it
feel like casuals is
cockfighting
kinda like a
again.
douchebag thing.
Well, it's even further than general. It's just
Right.
like people that don't
Right.
even.
So I think what you do is you gotta give a little love to your diehards, and you gotta give a love to the.
So Brock Lesnar will be on the card.
No, so this is so if I did my
Could you
top three,
imagine?
if I did my first three matchups, I do John Jones and Tom.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I think you finally button up Connor DS3. I think there's no other time to do it right now.
Yeah.
I think if the UFC, they've always had that ace in their pocket for a long time. We're just having fun. This is
Yeah.
a fun card. This isn't like title stipulations. This isn't
Yeah.
like we want to bring everybody back in. Everybody knows who Connor is
Yeah.
for the most part. A lot of people, when you talk to somebody that they know, they still talk about Nick.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
much of an impact. And Nick, that's a whole nother subject, but people know that era. It was some of the best press conferences. It was the best Connors,
Yeah.
moments. It was the best upset. It was the best. I mean, how many fighters to this day have you heard get on the mic and say, "I'm not surprised, motherfuckers," or
Yeah.
the famous Dana 50 G's, baby? That was done in the Connor Nate Diaz fights.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
of those were. Those guys, nobody beats Father Time. They're both getting older. That's no secret. But we're not here to see we're here to have fun. That's
Yeah.
what this card I think is about. And I think you do Connor and you do Nate for the trilogy. It's in Ireland. He's a USA. Die hard. You got because that's what you got to kind of have. You got to have both sides of it. Then I think you put on there to open for them. I would love to see. You would put Colby on there because he's such a diehard political guy and stuff. But it's like, do I really want to see him and Jorge again? Not really. I mean, it was such a one-sided ass whooping.
You
Give
could
him a
put the
Brazilian.
only American champion on there.
Yeah,
Give him a Brazilian. Give
Kayla
him,
versus Amanda.
yeah.
bring back.
But that
Ronda
goes
Rousey.
to the card placement thing where it's like, if you do Nate and Connor, it's like then you can't really put them under that.
This is the only
You
reason.
can't have 3 25-minute fights.
Yeah, this is the only. Well, can't
Well, they
have a
don't-
fight at the White House, but they're doing that.
Yeah,
so
fair,
you never know.
fair.
I think the only reason Connor doesn't headline is he headlines if it's Ilya. If it's not Ilya, he's not headlining.
Yeah.
If it's Diaz, he's
yeah.
because John is obviously probably
Well,
going to be.
Man.
You've heard in the news and the media right now, like John's really wanting to be on the card, and Dana keeps just shutting
No,
it down.
yeah.
That's a ploy.
Yes,
Okay.
it's getting us interested.
He's getting you
That cat, that
interested.
mouse.
How much pushback am I getting?
Yeah.
People want what they can't have. It's natural psychology. John will be on that card.
Yeah.
John
yeah.
will headline that card.
You know what you should do? And this is like me talking directly to this person, and I might be the only person that ever wants to see this trilogy, but DC be the backup for Tom.
I've been okay. So
I love
show you a
that.
text
That's the
message.
greatest rivalry. I love that because it's so genuine.
let me show you a text message.
Okay. I've been calling for this fight, and I get it. He got knocked out the second fight. It's not a rivalry, like but the first one, like the lead up, everything is just so. The UFC is a better sport when they fight. There's just something about it that is more inherently interesting.
Because
like,
DC has that feel good vibe.
he has that really honestly good person vibe, and John is that.
He's the
I'm
evil.
disguising myself as a good person, but I'm truly evil.
This was August 28th. I don't want to name drop, so don't. But look at the top name of the contact. This is a credible source. Okay, read what I put on August 28th.
I just closed it. Oh, I hate grabbing phones. And you close it. On
Very
something.
credible source.
Okay, and then I'm reading.
The 28th.
Am I supposed to read this out loud?
You can.
It says, "What would DC say if they threw a bunch of money at him to come out of retirement and fight for the heavyweight title and headline the White House card?"
August 28th. I said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then what was the response?
No.
No, right? Like, so, and that's a very credible source.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say? So, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I get it.
But dude, yes, 100%.
I love it.
Because you want to be
At heavyweight?
Well, here's why UFC
Never been done between
is
before
awesome. Here's why MMA is awesome. Is because it's like one thing can change, and then it's like one you should have zigged when you should have zagged, and then everything can change.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw John like just play with Surreal.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was gone. Surreal's been, you haven't heard anything about Surreal in like 2 years.
Yeah, now he's
Like,
fighting
truth.
Tom.
Now he's fighting Tom.
Yeah.
And
But
everybody.
it's like, how did that happen?
Well,
Who figured that out?
well, because
The heavyweight division
I mean, I'm not
sucks.
asking. I'm not
because
legitimately
because
asking.
it was
It's
like
just weird.
it was like the rankings the way that it was
Yeah.
like Volkov was like third, the big tall
Yeah.
seven, and Surreal beat him in a split decision.
Yeah.
So
But I'm saying it's like nobody cares.
right, yeah, nobody cares. But here's the thing: what do you do? Like everybody's like even saying John and Tom to headline the card.
Even now.
But
yeah.
what do you do if Surreal gets the jump on Tom?
Yeah, John's 100% going to be like, I call Cyril.
Yeah, but
Got to have him.
But it's like again, it goes back to, do you want to see that? It was dude. It was like the easiest title fight you've ever seen. So it's like, what do you do?
This is what you do in order to have Ilya on the card if it's not Conor and they do Conor Diaz.
So your headline. So let's go back. So you have 3 fights you can make.
Yeah.
And you're going.
I mean,
first one.
It's got to be
Headliner.
John and Tom. It has to be because it's most relevant now.
Right.
And it's like a America versus
England.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, type thing.
You got to do that just for the culture.
Kobe versus some Brazilian.
Okay.
Just because, he has history with Brazil.
Colby versus Paulo.
Kobe versus Paulo. Kobe.
I mean, Colby's going to.
What, Kobe versus
Get
McGregor?
No. I got one better. You know who you bring back and say, hey, you can make 170. We'll put you on this White House card. You'll make a boatload of money, and we'll sign you on a 1-fight contract. Darren Till.
That was beautiful.
That
That was beautiful what he did. That was crazy. Him and Colby would be awesome.
Yeah, him and
Kobe
Kobe would
Till.
be.
Fuck. I would love to see that fight.
And then
You could even say
we're making the UFC interesting. Again.
Yeah, you could even do a rematch of Jorge and Darren Till, or better yet, dude, I feel like a dumbass for not saying this sooner. 3rd fight locked in: Jorge, Leon Edwards. Let's get the fight we always wanted the 3-piece in the soda to be buttoned up beautifully.
That would be good.
You got England, USA. Let's put that on.
That would be sick. Or even like if we're doing dream fights and anything goes, Nick Diaz versus Darren Till. Nick
Ugh.
versus Darren.
Ugh. Battle of the dad bods.
Oh, dude, but either one can get shredded. We've seen what they are crazy when they get locked in.
Nick stays shredded, and then the last fight.
I think.
And then Ilya versus Patty.
Oh, you got. Yeah,
Forget about Patty.
Yeah,
Like Patty is creeping up, and he's actually getting really skillful. And I know a lot of people were like, what was the fight where he kind of got exposed but won the fight?
Who, Patty?
Yeah, he got exposed because he robbed it from Jared
Gordon,
Gordon,
which got brutally knocked out this weekend.
Yeah, crazy that like Jared Gordon's heart held in there, and he's really skillful against Patty. And Patty was kind of getting pieced in a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I do you guys, let me ask you this. Do you care to really see, like, if you think about it like this, if you're going to get McGregor back one time, let's say you get him one more
Ilya.
time.
Only
Ilya?
because you're trying to build Ilya as a
Well, we
star.
can both agree I don't care to see him and Chandler. I don't care to see
Who,
that.
Connor and Chandler?
I don't
Yeah,
care. I
who
think
gives a shit?
If you got your 1A,
Chandler can't let it go, but we did.
Yeah, we did.
Mike Chandler?
Yes, but if you look, do you want Connor to win or lose? If you want him to win, it might be Nate.
Let me have my little kid moment.
Yeah.
Let me go into the fight not knowing. That's what I want. Those are the fights I love. Like
What-
last
dude,
night,
how
the
crazy-
Canelo Crawford
Yeah.
boxing match.
Mark
I was
Hunt,
like, ooh.
Derek Lewis.
That'd be great.
I'll put Derek Lewis on the card for sure.
Derek Lewis,
Oh, yeah.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar ain't coming back.
But let Derek like sauce as hard as he fucking can.
Did they ever finish the Mir Lesnar trilogy?
No, it was only 2 fights.
Might
Like
have
once he broke the horseshoe off in his ass, and then he went home and fucked his wife, that was over. They weren't fighting again.
They should bring
You
it
know?
back.
You going to pee?
Yeah.
All right.
You guys keep this interesting.
We're wrapping soon. So,
let me tell you. Let me give you.
yeah, do the top 3, bro.
I would go Tom John. That'd be the main. Co-main, I would put, if Connor's in, I wouldn't give him to Ilya. Have Ilya and Patty fought?
Not yet.
Ilya and Patty.
They fought in a hotel lobby, but that's it.
Ilya and Patty, co-main. Third, I would do Colby and McGregor.
Wow.
Catch weight.
Yeah, but like, what is the appeal there? Like,
Both are just notorious shit talkers.
yeah, but if there's no like story between them, like in my mind, when I'm building the White House card, I'm building like the most story driven. Like, the reason why Ilya Connor makes sense is because everyone says Ilya is a carbon copy of Connor.
Yeah, but you don't need them to fight each other.
You don't. But if you, like he was saying, if you only get Connor one more time, like, what is the last Connor fight you would do? If you only get one more Connor fight.
Well, if I want Connor to fight and I want him to win,
Yeah.
I'm not giving him to Ilya. Because here's the thing. Connor beats Ilya, Ilya's stocks drop.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. You give Connor a full camp, like time to heal his feet, his toe, whatever, and he beats Ilya, well, there goes all your dream matches for Ilya.
No.
They're good. I think the
MMA
stock
is
drops.
different. And yeah, the stock will drop, but it's not the same.
But
It's not the same as boxing, but we're talking like just pay-per-view buys at that point.
But I do think that's why my fight with Conor makes the most sense for the UFC, because if you never see Conor and Nate again, like, oh,
I do feel like for nostalgic reasons, like you get to relive the whole story,
dude,
what they can build.
Can you imagine
up.
the promo, the build up, all the
bro.
clips, all the
Especially with how evil Connor's been lately. He's on like Majin Buu level
Yeah.
evilness.
But that's like Dana. He does play like when he picks people in fights. He's like, okay, he already knows like win or lose on either person the next fight.
Yeah.
They kind of do play it like that. So yeah, it's like that's why he was so pissed off, to hit your point, with GSP when he came back and fought Bisping. They were basically like, if we give you this fight, you're at least defending.
Oh,
And
yeah.
GSP was like, yeah, and didn't.
yeah.
And then that really pissed off Dana. So I don't think he would set himself up for like Conor to like win and then like ride off into the sunset, and then like now you're
because
just kind of like,
Ilya's a champ, ain't he not?
yeah.
Ilya's a champ. So
But-
Connor beats Ilya, he takes the title, and guess what Connor does? He keeps doing Majin Buu type stuff. He leaves
But I
the
mean,
title.
but arguably you could have the same argument with
Hey,
like,
look, I love Connor. Not a chance he beats Ilya.
no.
Not a chance.
No, the
and
night-
I am more into like Connor's rise than Ilya's, but it's like what Ilya's done, you cannot deny. Yes, what Connor's done, you can't deny either. But like Conor beat Eddie Alvarez for the second title. Like, what who he beat?
Yeah.
Literally all-time Hall of Fame legends. Like, yes, Eddie is a Hall of Famer for the sport, but it's not like
He wasn't a Max
greatest
Holloway.
champion of all time.
He wasn't a
He
Max
was
Holloway.
a champion. Like how Luke Rockhold was a champion. Not even in the top 10 of that weight class, unless there's only 10. I don't know of that weight class champion. But he's like, you were one-time champ. You didn't even defend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And then you got knocked out by, wasn't even your rival, but to him, his greatest rival.
Right.
And he got you on one eyeball.
Yeah.
And a hook that you're just like, everybody knew you can't defend that hook.
Right.
You just leave yourself wide. So it's like, but or Darren Till Luke Rockhold rematch in the UFC? That would be crazy.
I don't care to see Luke Rockhold ever fight again.
No.
Yeah, I don't either. He's punch
needs
drunk.
to-
Like,
He's
I mean, it's
40 years old. Like, Father Time got you, bro.
he's kind of got the Tito Ortiz effect. Like, dude, it's done. Like, you're saying weird shit on camera now.
Yeah.
Tito, bring back Tito.
Tito versus Luke? Dumbest fight of all time? What the fuck?
Yeah, Tito and Chuck Liddell for the 5th time
Good
at
lord.
50. No. So who was your...
Then do Frankie Edgar Gray Maynard main event.
So who was your 3 real
Joseph,
quick?
bring back Joseph.
What were your 3
Benavidez.
fights?
I said Tom and John,
Yeah.
and then, because I don't want the possibility or any chance of Connor actually beating Ilya.
Yeah.
Colby and Connor. That I think it would just be there is some storyline to it.
I don't know. I think Colby kisses Connor's ass too much publicly for that fight to come to
But
fruition.
imagine like.
He does. He gives him his flowers a lot. Like,
But
he don't want to
imagine
fight.
the switch.
But
up,
you can kind of like entice Connor because it's a different weight class.
Well, Connor, like,
I know he's already fought there and got a knockout in 3 different weight classes,
yeah,
but it's like,
if you're gonna give Connor any power to pick his opponent, he sure in the fuck ain't picking a wrestler.
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
let's
But
be real.
that's the thing though. Colby wouldn't. I mean, if it's just for money and not actually for a sense of hey, here's a title shot,
Yeah.
Colby would stand and bang.
Dude, also the thought that like him and Chandler were potentially going to fight at 185.
Yeah. Yeah.
If at that point Connor versus Izzy, like what are we doing? If you're going to fight a 185er, fight like stylistically the stand up would be fun as hell to
Yeah,
watch.
it would be fun to watch.
I mean, they're way different.
Way different. Obviously also way different in weight.
Okay,
but if
well,
we're going to be
just having fun,
retarded,
then why don't you do? You bring back Anderson Silva to fight Connor at 185.
dude, let's do that and then
that would be
dude, and then Brock
interesting.
Lesnar versus Michael
Go on,
Chandler.
now we're talking crazy.
Brock Lesnar.
Michael Chandler open weight challenge?
If Brock Lesnar comes back, I'm putting him with Derek Lewis.
Okay, I love that. Sean Shark versus Michael Chandler. Same person twice.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I think I think the
Dude, what if it's a battle of clones? Patty versus Connor. You just get the same fighter twice. Frank Mir versus Tom Aspinall. Same fighter twice.
Yeah.
Like, who are some other ones?
I know he rode away like
Nick versus Nate.
I know he rode away in his like sunset kind of thing.
Jake versus Logan.
Jake.
Paul.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so
Jake
like
Shields.
no, Jake
and
Paul
Logan
versus Logan
each other.
Paul.
Oh,
But in
the
an MMA
brothers,
fight.
the brothers.
But
Yeah.
you know, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, if you could get him back for one more fight, I think you do. I think a fun one would be Colby and Poirier at 170.
Oh,
They've had so much bad blood. With
I've got a good
Dude,
one.
I love that.
yeah.
Conor McGregor.
I think
Anthony
Poirier's-
Pettis.
Who?
Conor McGregor, Anthony Pettis. I think Conor got that just because Anthony's so long in the tooth at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you could. I mean, here's the thing. It's like when you're a car salesman, you're selling Ferraris. It's not that hard. But like, can you sell the Volvo? That's what you want to try to do. And we could sit here and fill in the blank. Anybody versus Conor. Conor, it's a big draw.
Yeah,
But like,
Conor.
if you plan on like, okay, what checks all the boxes? What, you know, I really don't think the UFC is going to put him in a title fight like to ride off into the sunset because Dana just don't like that.
There's one realistic title fight that they can put him in that makes sense. In
The
all
BMF title?
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree
Because
with
he's
that.
going to want that belt.
Yeah.
And who has it now?
Yeah.
Who has it?
Max. So and they got history.
They do have
So,
history.
Yeah, that's a great option too. That honestly, that might. I would like to really see the. But then on the flip side, you could insert, like, let's say for whatever reason they're just dead set on him and Chandler, right? Fill in the blank. You could do Max Holloway and Nate Diaz, because Nate Diaz, I met Nate and we talked about it in Nashville, and he was like, it's funny, the reason why he feels everybody's giving my belt away and all this stuff is because he's like, technically, I'm the one who created that belt and I never lost it. A doctor stoppage it was what it is. It's still unfinished business. So he's kind of aggravated that he hasn't got to fight for the belt again. So, you know, you could see.
That'd be a fucking awesome
Nate
fight,
Nate did call Max out after he beat Poirier on Twitter.
Oh, word.
Yeah, word. Yeah.
And they're both, like, I know, like, they're different, like, weights realistically, but, like, they're both long, lanky
They
fighters.
could do
It's not
170.
like Max can't get
And you want to
up
talk
in
about,
weight.
like,
170 Max.
170, both fighting 170. You got guys that are both known for cardio and amount of punches thrown. That could get real interesting.
And then you're also looking at, I think that means that Max will be the first 3 weight champion, because it's BMF at 55 and 70.
It's a lot for Max. Like a lot of accolades.
Yeah.
It would be worth it. And then but man, I just keep thinking, like, if you're gonna get Conor one more time, like, and you
What
know,
about Volk?
I just think, because if you look at if you go, I mean, obviously there's no more pay-per-views anymore, right? But if you look at the top 3 or top 5 pay-per-views, 2 of them are McGregor Diaz.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
2 of them are McGregor Diaz. Dude, give them their flowers. Let them finish this thing up.
Yeah.
They both have said they want it. Like, and here's the truth. If you don't do it now, you'll never get it. You're never going to get it, because age is...
Yeah, because 400's 10 years from now, probably.
Right. You're never going to get it if you don't do it now. So
Yeah.
I think
and it's not gonna be on a massive event.
No.
It's gonna have to be a Sphere or, like, the White House or 100 thing, and they're not gonna make it to 400.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be way too old by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say they don't...
It has to be in the next year or so.
Let's say
I
you
think.
don't get John. Let's say Dana's serious about that and you don't get him. I mean, you could still headline Conor if you put him in there with Max, because it's a title fight and they're a heavier weight than him and Amanda.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So then
So
you
say
could do Amanda and Kayla as a co.
That
okay, look,
would be a great fight.
That's super controversial. I don't think in America's house they're gonna let women co-main event that. I just don't think, unless it's because she's an American champion and you got to have some sort of American representation. Because, like, even in the Conor, hold on, your main event there would be Conor Diaz.
No. I'm saying
Or
it's
is it
like, because the way
Max?
the UFC does it is title fights and then they go
Yeah.
by weight, right?
Yeah.
So obviously they're gonna fight at 155 or 170. So that would be the heavier weight. So that would entitle them to be the headline.
But who would it be?
It would be Max.
Max and Nate?
No, Max and
Oh.
Conor. Like if you had Conor,
Yeah. Because the belt is still with Max, so yes, that would work.
right?
And then I think you would let's say roughly they don't get John. Who would Tom fight if Tom was on that card?
I don't think you do that. That's what I'm saying. I don't think
There's
if
no-
you
yeah.
don't have John, you don't have that heavy.
Unfortunately,
weight there.
there's no super interesting fights without John. Like, there's fights at, like,
Pereira.
again, not a heavyweight.
Yeah.
You're looking at other weight classes to be like, somebody make this interesting.
But we're thinking pay-per-view stuff. This is a let's have fun card that's being shown to the whole world.
Yeah, we're getting lost.
Yeah.
We need to just be weird with this.
You just got to have
GSP versus Colby. Let GSP win one for us. Just face plant Colby into the ground.
Bo Nickel.
Bo Nickel will probably be on that card.
Of
He obviously
course.
won't be. He you know.
But who's he gonna fight? Probably just another guy.
No. Give him to Kamzat.
No, he ain't gonna fight Hamzat. That's. I mean, the Lance.
Hamzat
it's like,
versus Izzy.
What a difference a day makes.
That would
but
be
like
fun.
6 months, you know, if Bo can put together some wins, like him and Nazardine would be a good like.
Bo
but
Nickel
he
versus
has
Cedricus
almost no
Dumas.
time for that to put a string of wins together.
I mean, he could
Bo's
fight-
not fighting that often.
He
He has one more fight and then
He
White
could-
House.
Well, White House is until June, so
Yeah,
you could if you're fighting. Is he fighting on MSG? He is fighting him on MSG.
Who's he fighting? I didn't even know he had another fight. I thought he's still like kind of figuring
My source
himself.
told me this, so I'll let you read the text
Okay.
because that was just talked about too. Hold on.
Yeah, I thought he's still kind of like licking his wounds
No, he's
and
not.
I think
figuring
For
himself
sure, he's
out.
got a fight booked. Hold
Word.
on.
Wait, isn't he doing like a grappling thing right now?
Bo
Oh
just did
yeah,
a
dude, you'll like this
wrestling-
one. Read that. Because I asked him, and that's what he told me.
It's a very undefeated source.
Oh no, I actually did hear about this.
Yeah.
Was this not announced yet?
I don't think it's announced yet. Still.
Let me see.
Who the fuck told me that? Also, how real is that Mayweather versus Tyson thing? I've been seeing that everywhere.
No, it's real.
Is that real?
It's real. but
It's legit.
Stupid. It's legit. It's stupid. It's as stupid as Jake fighting Tank. Like,
Speaking of boxing,
retarded.
did y'all see the fight last night?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Crawford
I wasn't able to watch it.
looked fabulous.
It was awesome. But again, man, I was watching it, and I just think father time. That's what I saw out of that. I was like, Canelo just looked a little slower, a little just.
It's like we need fights like this Canelo
It's like,
Crawford
why didn't you
fight,
make that
but
5 years ago?
these other fights are making like, what are we doing? Like, yes, MMA went through that phase where they were doing a bunch of like James Toney versus Randy Couture. It's like,
Yeah.
we shouldn't have done that, but we did that to make a statement. But then we did like CM Punk, and then we did Brock Lesnar is kind of an exception to that rule because like crazy legit.
Because that was trying to draw people.
But boxing needs to stop it.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. Y'all have such a diehard fan base anyway, so it's like
Yeah.
y'all have done hundreds of
But
years or whatever.
Jake has probably brought more eyes to boxing in the last 5 or 6 years
Absolutely.
than in the
Oh,
last
yeah.
He's gotten
20.
the other pros drunk.
Yeah.
Like, I think Mayweather really is the one that started doing the exhibition things,
Yeah.
but then it's like the influence caught on. Now the other Roy versus Mike, like,
Yeah.
should that have happened when it happened? Probably not.
No.
No.
But see, that
it's like
one,
now it's
that
like-
one was arguably kind of cool because they were both in their 50s. But when you start doing like a 30-year-old versus a 55-year-old, almost 60-year-old Mike Tyson, now it's getting a little too weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting weirder. Look,
Yeah.
what is the weight class Mike and Mayweather are going to fight at?
I don't know. I mean, at one point, this is what's crazy. Mayweather fought Conor at 153 or 154. That's what the McGregor-Mayweather fight was contested at, right? I remember when Mike Tyson was on Joe Rogan's podcast and Joe Rogan said, Mike, how much are you weighing right now? He said 300 pounds.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't remember. That was the
300
first
pounds.
one he was on, right?
300 pounds. He was that big. So you're talking at one point a 300-pound man is going to fight this. Like, it's so stupid.
Fight 8, which Mayweather at 153 was up in
stupid.
weight. That's
So
not even.
stupid.
Yeah.
And like the way I get it, you're making a lot of money and everything, but
Twice
like
his
if I was a
size.
diehard,
Jesus.
like, and I give, if I was Mayweather and I'd given my whole life to boxing and stuff, that's like, man, asking yourself, could you go out there and punch Muhammad Ali in the face? And I just feel like I couldn't. I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't want to do it. Like, like, dude, if you're still like you go out and fight like Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're, like at some point, like they have Mike Tyson doing it. Well, Mayweather's the older guy on the card now. Okay, well then you fight these younger guys.
Yeah.
I think truthfully, give it time, give it in the next 5 years. I think you're going to see the Conor and McGregor rematch or the Mayweather and McGregor boxing rematch.
But then at that point, I wouldn't even watch it.
You say that.
No,
but
Everybody
I-
says they won't watch something, but if it's put on, you're like,
Yeah,
I'm going to
because
see
here's
how
the
that
thing, dude.
goes.
Somebody's gonna be like, well, I mean, they say to this day now it's not really been ever proven.
To this day.
It was $1 billion fight, right? And they said it was the biggest, largest pay-per-view buys in history. So why wouldn't you do it again?
Yeah.
Like if you both are gonna make crazy amounts of money, and Netflix is gonna probably be the one to put it on and make crazy amounts of streams and break every record that
Yeah.
history book. Why wouldn't you do it again?
Well, you see what the
You're already
new
doing this stupid shit.
you see
Do
the
it
new
again.
age version of that is Ilya and Terrence have been kind of talking shit back and
Right.
forth.
Yeah.
Me versus Terrence Crawford.
But see, like a lot of those,
I'd win.
the whole MMA versus boxing thing,
Got a
too,
death
it
wish.
gets annoying because it's like, man, we've all been in MMA rooms, and it's like, bro, you take the best boxer, kind of to what we were talking about earlier. It's like you're a fish out of water as soon as you hit that ground, and it's just like, I mean, cool. You beat
The
him
cool
in
thing,
boxing.
though-
I would bet my house that Ilya would beat you in an MMA fight.
Oh, 100%. Even though
would take out
people
loans.
sleep on knowing like Terrence does have wrestling background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that grit. Like, I'm not saying at all that he'd win. Even like one of our goats, Connor, I don't think stands a chance against Ilya. Like, there's just like,
See, my thing with Conor that I've always said, man, I think the McGregor Mayweather fight ruined him, and I think Conor had the potential to be literally like just unstopped for a long time. I think him and Khabib's fight would have went a lot different in a way better way. Not saying that Khabib wouldn't have won,
yeah.
but I think if he would have been the night he beat Eddie Alvarez, dude, I don't know if there was a 155er on the face of the earth that would have beat him at that point in time.
It's crazy to see special moments like that, and that
Yeah.
did feel like
I mean, it felt
in super slow mo how he's just barely getting out of the way and just bouncing
that was
right
the last
back in
time you
and
saw
out.
Conor in that karate stance. That was the last time. I mean, he went. I mean, just everything about that. He looked so just special.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I think we should wrap it. We've gone pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow, we didn't even really talk about Neuage. I'm sorry.
That's cool. I mean, as far as talking about Neuage, to plug it real quick, I am gonna be looking at coming on this side of the state line here very soon. So expect to see us helping out Floridians in no time. Right now we got our clinic up in Spanish Fort. We do everything from hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, peptides, vitamin injections, IV therapy, comprehensive blood work. Try to help as many people as we can. So if you're wanting to feel like you or maybe not feeling like you lately, come check us out. You can make free in-person consultations online on any of the things that I just talked about. So, yeah.
If you have autism and you want to get good at jiu-jitsu, go to Neuage and start taking TRT. We'll hook you up.
So he was actually my first sponsored athlete. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's dope.
Yeah.
Is he your only one right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, dude.
So,
Oh, yeah.
You're just throwing as many steroids as you can at the autism?
Well, so far, it's just been TRT. But now
Dabbling in.
we're adding in Clomid,
Okay.
right? And then after Clomid and after this cycle, I'm going to be, cycling off about probably October through or November and then December. But January, looking at doing TRT with Clomid and Teramarilin peptide. So I feel really good.
Word.
I do feel really good.
Maybe the mustache will come in.
Maybe it will, but I know it's confusing that I'm young and I'm taking it. But my baseline blood test when it came in, it was 430, 420. And naturally, that's really low.
Yeah, but that was your bioavailability, which is one thing that we specialize in too. Is people go to a doctor, they'll get their blood work done, and then they just get their testosterone marker checked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we look at all the pieces of the puzzle to figure out that bioavailability, because you might have a guy like CJ was at 430 or something, which is still kind of low for his age. If you're going to be optimal, but his SPGH was sexual binding globule hormone. Basically, what that is it's if that's real high, that means your body is bound up and you're not utilizing that 400 number. So really, his bioavailability I think was 195 to be in your 20s, and that not good.
Yeah,
you're not going to feel good. So, yeah.
You should probably nut more. Bound up like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bound
I'm
up.
trying.
Squeeze one out every once in a while. You can't be that busy.
Well,
Not that
no,
young and that busy? Yeah, no way.
no. I mean, like he was saying earlier, you got coaches and instructors. I've been told not to nut as often.
Here's a question. I've really legitimately thought this. Does your testosterone go up or down the more you nut?
I don't know. Oh, that's a great
You don't
question.
know?
I've never, been asked
Like, say
that.
I'm going to give blood that morning. If I nut before I come and give blood, is my shit dipping or is it going up because my body's actively producing, trying to catch up?
I don't know. It's a great question. I would assume probably I would think maybe, again, I don't know this, but I would assume maybe your levels drop a little bit because you're more in a relaxed state.
Yeah.
And you're kind of maybe replenishing, but I don't know. That's
Maybe
a
you're
good
nutting
question.
too much.
Yeah.
Maybe take a break.
Maybe take a break.
How often are you nutting?
I don't know. Probably like every morning.
Probably every morning. Like, are you personally involved in it, or are you just waking up?
Sometimes
and it's
I
on
get
you?
help.
Are you there
It
when
might
it
not even
happens?
be yours.
Sometimes I have help.
Somebody's coming in your room and just jacking off right.
Well, I
on
mean,
you.
I would. They're not doing that, but I mean, it comes and goes.
No pun intended.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get out of here, I'm going to shout out a sponsor of ours. Johnny Mumbles at Sacred Grounds Tattoo Studio does amazing work. If you want to tattoo in the local area, Pensacola, Florida, it's right off the 3 Mile Bridge. Like, you're in his studio, second floor, you're overlooking the bridge. It's a gorgeous view. Does amazing work. He does work on me, Hilton, countless people that we've had on here just by chance. Not even like we found his people and was like, oh, you got to come on because you got a tattoo by him. He's just tattooed so many people, and it's such a high-quality tattoo. And the environment there is just so, like, chill and just a good vibe, good energy. Get on his books. You're going to want to tattoo. By the time you hear this, you should have been on there a few times. But check them out. Check out these guys. Like, CJ's doing the dumbest jiu-jitsu you've ever seen in your life. Just
It
throwing
works.
people around. It's crazy.
It works.
James, you can check him. Spanish Fort. Do you have like a maybe area here in Pensacola where you might be? Like what side of town?
North Davis Highway.
Word.
Yeah.
That's a good highway.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm not really 100% I don't know a whole lot about the area.
Yeah.
But you could potentially see me to a new crunch coming in. So,
Is there a
So I'm gonna
is there
leave
a
it.
no later by this time frame you'll be here?
man, I mean,
Like summer
there's-
next year, will you be here?
Yeah. I mean, really, I'm trying to, like, in a perfect world, I'm trying to be there, like, doors open by January 1.
Oh word. When does Crunch open?
I think they're trying to open by, like, November.
Oh word.
But, you know,
That's gonna be like
construction
pumpkin
stuff.
spice around here. People are gonna
Yeah.
be fucking
construction
all over that.
construction always, gets moved back on
Yeah.
types of things. Like, shit, my clinic was supposed to open January 1. I didn't open until the third week of February.
Word.
And people blame, especially coming up, they're gonna be like, oh, holidays, all these
Yeah.
other things, and there's a lot of hoops you got to jump through with, like, the city, licensing inspectors, all these different random things. So I would really like to be in by Q1 of next year.
Yeah.
And then where that crunch is going, is the old
Big Lots.
Big Lots, right?
Yeah.
So
That complex is really nice.
Well,
like that area.
they just announced too, there's like a road that goes in between.
Yeah.
And then there's another whole shopping center. They just announced that Planet Fitness is opening there too. So there'll be 2 massive gyms and a,
Planet Fitness. Well, Planet
Quarter
Fitness
mile.
is already there.
well, it says I guess they're maybe relocating
Like
one.
scooting over and getting bigger.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I
Get
could
fit,
show you.
Pensacola.
Yeah. I could show you the video when I was there the other day when we get off camera. But
That's wild.
yeah, those gyms are going to be massive.
Yeah, that would be like a perfect spot for you to be like right in that little mix.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I'm excited to see the growth that you have. Like it's crazy to like have met you just doing jiu-jitsu,
Right,
like not knowing you from anybody,
right,
and then like the growth that you've made in your own personal life and your business.
right. Yeah,
It's dope, dude.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on.
No worries.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, anytime you want to just like say some
Hey,
crazy
you know
shit.
what? I'll come down
After-
for my space shuttle.
After the death that you're gonna experience from Trey, we're gonna have you back on.
Yeah.
Like if you can speak words or if we're gonna have to type it out, whatever it is.
you see me walk
Maybe
in
you
with
and Trey need to come on together. Talk about how the role went.
that would be a good conversation. He'd probably start it out like, you know.
I'm gonna dress up as Dr. Phil.
Dude, yes.
I'll tell you what'll happen. He'll walk in. He'll go.
Oh, man, don't talk to him. Like
I pulled guard, and then I don't remember what happened from there. I just saw him running around yelling, "I finally did it! I finally did it!" And
Oh my
Well, we love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're out.
Later. Peace.